I'm here. Don't yell at me.
Hello.
Yeah, I'd get 3.
Yeah, Talcon would get 2.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean,
Maybe.
How bad is Talcon's initiative?
It's 20-something,
I
obviously.
guess what was it? Not capping advantage does have some basis in you want to murder someone, just surround the crap out of them, I guess.
Well, hold on.
Stat.
Maybe instead of capping it to initiative, because we have wildly varying initiative, maybe cap it to the bonus of your primary stat.
That still doesn't give you a lot of wiggle room. Like when you get to the higher levels, when you get to higher levels, it'll be decent. But yeah, you're kind of maxing out at 4 or 5 still. So there's
plus 40 or plus 50 to rolls at this point is a pretty significant fucking advantage without going batshit crazy. Hey, I'm rolling against a 140 for parry.
You could also just take like an arbitrary cap, like was done throughout pretty much all of the 40k systems. Just say you're capped out at plus 50 no matter what you do.
Well, I had a thought, and it's based on the icons. I had a thought, and it's based on the icons in Roll20, and that is these coloured dots on character icons. There are 7 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so 7 would be max advantage. If you lose some, you undot. If you gain some, you dot.
They have that much advantage on Theobald?
No, that is Theobald's advantage. So Theobald has 7 advantage.
Okay, I can see that.
It means that you all can track.
Negative advantage.
You don't get negative advantage.
I do.
How?
I'm a wizard.
I'll go in there and punch you if I have to.
I still have a gun,
If I get mad enough, I won't care.
I should cap it at plus 60 like they do it in 40k. So 60 advantage is the maximum.
If you wanted a gun, Altor, you should have played a witch hunter.
No, you are not getting 60 advantage maximum. Ever. But yeah, I was just wondering how people feel about that, because then the dots at least give us a way to track your advantage too.
I like the dots. Dots is good.
So that I can see how much advantage you've got, because who's got more advantage becomes relevant too when you're doing things like disengaging.
And so now that I look at it, the dots basically are color-coded to different schools of magic as well.
Oh yes, to a degree. But it means you'd max out at a bonus of plus 70, but it means that enemies would max out a bonus of plus 70.
Which means you don't run into that scenario of them having 11 advantage and you not being able to hit them and them just murdering you.
Well, there is that.
Fun.
But yeah, I don't know. What do people think about that?
I'm fine with that.
I support playing dots.
I'm never going to have that much advantage anyway.
Well, you might. You use ranged attacks.
They have to be unconscious. They have to be unconscious.
It specifically states that you do not gain advantage on ranged attacks. Now, that is for ranged physical attacks, like if you're shooting a bow at something. I don't know if magic works differently. I just know it says ranged attacks, no advantage.
You get advantage for shooting someone.
Yeah, if you damage a person without doing a post test, you gain advantage.
Which means if you shoot them and they don't get to like parry or anything like that, you get an advantage.
If you damage them.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Damage them, not just shoot them. You do have to do damage. And the other thought I had was still just the whole idea of the initiative. Because yeah, the game's intent is that the initiative score is your score for where you go in the initiative order. But it means that it's always set. It will never change. I mean, it'll change if you level up and things like that. But if you don't put stats into your initiative will never change. So you'll never have a chance of going first if you've got shitty initiative.
Just look to Aloysius in Deathwatch.
Yeah, Yes, the man who cannot move.
That is not true. He just moves much.
Hey, he's got brisk
lower.
walking pace on the lock.
He does, yes.
Until someone fumbles a haywire.
I've been muted this entire time, haven't I?
You
Yes.
have
Yes,
been,
you
Zeb.
have.
Welcome to the conversation.
So what are your thoughts?
I walked in like 5 minutes ago.
Yes, you
speaking. I
did.
thought people were ignoring me.
No. It's about as good as that one time Sizer was running the game and he was starting to get more and more agitated with everyone because we were all talking and we had no idea Sizer was muted. And he was about to murder the entire group until he realized he was muted.
Everybody's dead. Roxwell, everybody dies.
But yeah, I like the initiative idea myself.
Yeah, so yeah, there's the static initiative, or there's rolling each combat and then just keeping your initiative for that combat, or there's the Star Wars style where you roll your initiative slots and then you can move around in the slots based on who wants to go where. So
I don't think Edge of the Empire really works for this one. It's, well, it feels more heroic. And we
That's
are
fair.
not the most heroic of groups.
that's fair.
What do you mean?
Also, I have a random Discord question. Can you, like, pull the thing out like Skype does and put it somewhere else? Or do you have to have Discord open this entire time? The mute.
That's
You
a
can
good
set up
question.
a toggle mute. Little cogwheel for user settings. And then in keybinds, just set up a toggle mute key. And just hit the
Not as
button
big
on
for
your.
me, but that should work at least.
Or you can
you
set
just.
up push to talk.
Yeah, that too.
That is much worse because I always forget that.
That's why I said toggle mute. It's about as good as you're gonna get.
Yeah, thanks. That should work at least.
Yeah, I just have a mute button on the side of my headset that I use if I need to.
Yeah, that's me most of the time. Is I just use my my headset mute.
No, my headset doesn't mute, so I have toggle mute for like everything. It's caps lock, so if I ever talk to you in caps lock, it's because I muted something and I didn't unmute.
My buddy Sally does that same thing, like all the time. For the
It's
same
because
reason.
it's because back when I played WoW and it was the Ventrilo days, I had caps lock for my push to talk because it was near all of my keybinds and it was just right above shift, so it's just caps lock talk. Keep going.
Oh, here we go.
Alright.
Toggle mute.
Each character rolls an initiative test to determine NSL. Each character rolls 1d10 and adds it to their initiative. Each character rolls 1d10 and adds it to their agility bonus plus initiative bonus. That's way too much maths.
There
I vote
is.
not the agility one.
I will say this book is kind of weird in just how many like alternate rule sets it constantly provides.
Oh, is this an
That's kind of
alternate?
good.
So very often it's like you handle things like this, but you could also do it this way, or this way, or
It's
this
like-
way.
This book was written by the most non-committal people on the planet, and like they didn't want to make a call on it, so they're just like, yeah, fuck it, it's up to you. Use your imagination.
They don't seem that confident in their system.
Well, at
They
the
do
same
not.
time, they're coming off a 3rd edition and 2nd edition, which are very drastic, different editions, and they have to try and get to please the 2nd edition, but at the same time, want to pull the 3rd edition over.
That's true. Nobody liked 3rd edition.
So the 3rd edition is like 4th edition of D&D.
3rd edition of this was like Edge of the Empire and the new L5R in that they tried to make it a system with proprietary dice and cards.
Oh, dick move.
Yeah,
It was really their first experiment with it.
it was.
And, it
And
failed
everybody
horribly, but
hated
they
it.
pressed on. Yep.
Yeah.
They pressed on with it anyway, and apparently it's worked because apparently like their new system has fans. I don't get it.
Alrighty. Yeah, so initiative. How am I gonna do this? Fuck it.
Oh, that's one.
That's one way to do it.
We'll put it in the fuck it bucket.
Wait, whose
Alright,
turn in the
okay.
bucket is it this week?
Everybody get in the bucket. All right, no, fuck it.
it.
All right, roll 1d10 and add your initiative bonus to it. We're just gonna do it in the same way as the other fucking the 40k RPGs, but with initiative bonus rather than agility bonus.
All right.
I think that's probably gonna be the best. Let me
Are
get
we-
up.
About to say, are we supposed to be able to see an initiative
Yep.
box?
Let me find the turn order box and get people on it.
How does one roll?
I rolled a 9, apparently.
Add a 10. Add a 10. Oh, I hate Roll20 when an icon is too high at the top of the screen and it puts the fucking box.
Was it initiative or agility for bonus?
Initiative
Initiative.
bonus.
Well, I just realized I got the same thing anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. The little dog goes on your turn.
Zeb, I'd call it more. Everyone else exists to, tank to absorb hits for the magic users until they hit like level 5.
They get grief in their first few spot slots. That's good
Okay.
enough.
Basically, right now I'm a level 1 wizard. All I have is magic missile, and she can keep me alive until I get access to fireball.
Oh god, this is gonna be a hell of a fucking. Okay, no, you know what? I'm taking you off. You fucking go away. Alright.
You're in a
I'm
hole
trying
if
to
you're-
remember.
If you're a wizard in 3.5, you will have more than magic missile. You'll have like prestidigitation, magic
Yeah, but-
light.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I do actually have that, but I'm one of those leaping wizards, so I'm only allowed to bring 2 spells, and they're both magic missile.
That was old school.
I mean, you've already seen what I've got. I can sleep things, I can stun things, I can blind things, I
You
can.
can sleep things when I hold them still for you.
That's true. I do have to be able to touch them to do it.
Ooh. Well, now.
I can blow things up. I can purify water. I can also boil the water after I've purified it.
Oh,
And-
goodness.
Or it can backfire and you can just glow.
Oh,
And
gosh.
also, if one of you happens to lose a leg, I can cauterize the wound. You will scream and pass out.
Ah, lovely.
Always useful.
And your leg will still be gone.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, but you won't be bleeding out and dying.
you say that.
No, literally, it heals you, and it stops you from bleeding. But unless you're actually trained in fire magic, you will scream and black out.
Ooh, Raymond Chandler has two initiatives.
Does he?
Pretty awesome.
I think it's
That is
literally
not
in the
an
wording of the
intention.
spell.
Yeah, Raymond Chandler is awesome. Apparently, you get
He's an elite. He goes first and last.
Alright, I am going to. Actually, I'm going to take all of you fuckbags off there.
It's a great way to talk to them.
God.
You're just talking about the priests.
Oh,
Poor Edge of the Empire. Did you come up with this idea, like, to make your adversaries slightly less likely to just get bodied by a group of PCs? Let them go twice, and they still always get bodied.
Always useful.
Wait, can you hold your turn in this?
You can. Oh, you should be able to. I think.
Let's see. Action.
You
What
can
was
spend the
yours
fate
then?
point
6.
uh,
Okay.
at the start of the round. Choose when to act in a round, disregarding initiative order if you spend a fortune.
Yeah, but that's
Just
you
like
pick
do.
it. Like if it's just like you want to hold it,
Maybe.
like go last.
I don't.
Alright.
Might be.
Let's see.
But
They don't really cover that I can see.
I don't think you actually can. I don't see a delay.
Interesting.
Looking at all the actions, it doesn't seem to be a thing.
I will have a look in just a moment.
well, we're sorting things out. I'm gonna finish getting my coffee.
Okay. Yeah, Problemski.
Okay, what is my current willpower bonus so I have this marked down correctly? Okay, so I have miniature fireballs, or I have magic missile.
Okay. So, I think our plan should be very simple. We surround and murder these two clan rats through sheer numbers. And then, while the gutter runner is busy murdering all our NPCs, we then form up
Abandon the
and
boat.
attack.
I'm sorry, but I'm not an NPC. I'm right next to the damn thing.
It hasn't seen you. You're very small.
I want to live, but I don't want him to die either.
Yes, I believe I'll have to spend a fortune point to be able to go first before the rats because I rolled really bad.
And if it sees you, Talson, we will name the next halfling we find Thorn Pocket in your honor.
And there's, I think, this is 3 as well.
I mean, I can't imagine that it's just gonna like eat the halfling.
The fuck is with everybody rolling 3s on their initiative roll?
Is it going to
don't-
eat the halfling or yeet the halfling?
I don't know
Yes.
how. I don't know how Vaughn has statted this gutter runner, but I strongly suspect if it jumps on Talson, he's dead.
Possibly.
I'd say it's the first one that we've encountered. I can't imagine that she would make it a, murder you out of the gate. This is combat number 2. Combat number 1 was against some fucking tavern NPCs.
It's Warhammer Fantasy.
Andy, one of the games of Warhammer Fantasy that I played, we had a TPK from a goblin in like the 3rd session.
You needed the Goblin Slayer.
Right?
Anything can kill us. And with the gutter runner, I'm more concerned about its high damage potential than anything else. It's why I say, first kill the clan rats. Again, just through sheer numbers. Then we all form up, and while it's busy killing someone else, we all mob the crap out of this thing. Get advantage from massively outnumbering it, and just keep feeding it till it's dead.
Let's just say that right now in the room that most of us are in, there are 2 very dangerous things, and they're standing in opposite corners of the room.
See, but you haven't accounted for the stupid plan yet.
You haven't encountered for what could happen if I roll really badly.
Yeah, honestly, the fact that we're so spread out does cause some issues. Lorelei's all the way over on the wrong end of the boat. Assuming there isn't another gutter runner that's about to jump on her back.
I thought about that too.
This plan better be good.
Like, oh no, this plan is terrible.
You should
best
see
case
any of his
scenario,
plans.
I just don't die immediately.
All right.
I support this plan.
I know you would.
Did anybody give Wen a weapon?
No.
He had a short sword, didn't he?
We had to give that back.
Oh, yeah.
What was it? Yeah, that's it. We didn't buy him a weapon. I mean, we're short on money as it is. I gave him a weapon from our stockpile, but
I do technically have a knife that I'm never going to use.
Is it a knife or a dagger?
Dagger.
Okay.
actually, wait, no. I'm trying to remember. I feel like on our last boat, I made sure that Wen got some kind of weapon. I
Was
remember
it a
that being.
mop?
Yeah, I don't remember the exact circumstances.
Let's see, the only weapon I remember having was in the inn when he had the weapon that was given to him by the blacksmith that we had to give back.
I believe we contemplated about when having to bash goblins, get the small thing.
Oh, the snotling, yeah. But that was on the
Snotling's head
first
in.
boat before we got to the thing.
Yeah. I think that was we contemplated on having him do that, but
Yeah, you talked about it, but I don't think you ever
Didn't.
gave him a weapon. And he had to give that sword back. So Wen has no weapon.
He has his faith and his devotion.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
He'll fail a fear check and have 3 ranks of broken, so he wouldn't be much use anyway.
And he's got an initiative of 5, so...
Good job, Win.
Alright, so what were you saying, Hellion, about increasing your initiative? Yeah.
yes, I will spend a fate point at the beginning of the round. Choose when to act in that round. Disregarding initiative order.
Okay, not a problem.
So
you'll
because
just
I
kind
rolled
of
a 4 for no,
yeah, so you'll
I
just
roll-
kind of interject when you want to go in.
I believe so. I just need to announce that at the beginning of the round, I'm spending a fate point. I mean
Not
fortune point.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
It is noted. All right, have we got Crystal back?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. All right, yes. So where we last off, hello English. Where we last left off,
Where we
you were
last
heading
off.
up the you were heading up the river toward Altdorf on a boat with the Captain Dane Yeager and her trusty second in command Raymond Shadler and the rest of their motley crew. You had done some rat hunting on the boat, and your little dog had scruffled around and done some sniffing and some barking. You got yourself some fat rats that Theobald then tied to his stick so he could level up. And then you all went to bed for the night. Thankfully, you are with a paranoid, fearful young noble who is now an initiative of Sigma. And he woke up in the night to see beady red eyes peeping at you from the trapdoor that leads down into the hold. And he sounded the alarm just in time for two clan rats to pop their ugly mugs up and start scrabbling up into the into the cabin that you're all sleeping in, or that some of you are sleeping in. At about the same time as the alert was sounded, Talcon Thornpocket was looking over the edge of the boat and discovered, down in the darkness, clinging to the side of the boat just above the waterline, another pair of red glowing eyes. This one shrouded in darkness with a pair of dimly glowing greenish daggers. It's climbing up the boat, but doesn't seem to have seen him. So we are ready to begin.
We are ready
They look weird.
to die.
Okay.
They look weird and ugly, so they need to die.
hmm
I do have one quick question before we start.
hmm
Do I know the gutter runners there?
No, you do not, because
Then
Talcon
I'm
has
spending
not
a
called it
fortune
out.
point to act in a different order and initiative.
Do you have to spend it to? Okay,
Do you have to
It has to
spend
be
it to?
stated
mean,
that
in
you spend it
yeah,
at the beginning of the round.
This is the beginning of the round.
yeah, no,
Um,
no. Hellion was just, yeah. All right, yeah.
no,
Well, if
I
you
was
want
going
to
to
do
say,
that,
unless you want to rule that we can just hold our turn, at which point then I will
Yeah.
not spend the fortune.
Okay.
That's your call. I'll gladly hang on to the fortune point.
The thing about holding turns in the other systems is that when you do it, you only get a half action, but this doesn't break actions down into half actions in the same way. We'll try it for now with the fortune point. If it feels too unwieldy, unfair, then I'll reconsider at another time. So you'll spend that fortune point.
Okay.
Okay, so Lorelei decides that she's going to hold her turn. Then it is Dane Yeager's turn. She has been woken up by wind screaming, which thankfully means that none of you who are in the cabin are actually surprised, which is good. So she is going to grab up her hammer and let's see what she can do. I think she can charge that rat and smack it with her hammer. Okay. Sorry, I'm not used to having enemies who can actually do something. Alright, let's see if she can do this. And nope.
Have enemies that can do something, but we don't have NPCs that can.
No, and that's actually kind of annoying because she's got a pretty decent fucking. She's got a pretty decent attack skill, but even with that and the because you only get one. You only get one advantage for a charge, don't you?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. That is not enough to save her and give her an actual attack on the rat. So Dane
Well-
kind of belts across the room and goes to swing her hammer, but the rat is still clambering out of the grate, and it kind of ducks back, and her hammer kind of rings off the metal plating instead. Aldemar.
Okay. Charge. The same
Alrighty.
rat.
Nice. So you get your you do get your bonus for ganging up if you go against that one because they are coming
Correct.
out of the two different sides of the grate. So
Correct. There's charge. There's what was it? Let's. I don't think I get another advantage for it, but I do get the plus 20 benefit from outnumbering him.
okay, yep.
I think so,
I
at least.
I forgot to put her advantage dot on, but she lost that advantage because she didn't do any damage, didn't she?
Is that distance
Yep,
actually far enough for you to charge?
She doesn't
Actually,
lose the
was that
advantage for not. It's
That's
was that a post test that she was making attack against the rat?
true.
Oh,
It
no.
should have been.
Should it?
That's
Attack
the
is
melee
a opposed
attack.
test, is it?
Melee attacks are normally opposed. Yes.
Melee attacks are opposed, yes.
So if the rat fucks up worse, she might clock it.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
How do they
yep.
resolve opposed tests in this system? Is it roll off till one person succeeds?
No, it's just...
if you have people
Oh,
fail, whoever fails harder loses.
Yeah, she failed way harder than the rat. Alright, so if you lose your opponent and your action is finished. Alright, so Mr. Ratty gets one advantage. Alright. And what happened to her advantage? Because I swear to God, if you attack and fail, you lose
it
lose
doesn't.
your
Yes.
advantage.
Oh, I'm not saying that.
If you lose an opposed test during combat, suffer any conditions, or lose any wounds, you automatically lose all advantage. Should the combat end, all advantage you've gained is lost. If you have accrued no advantage for the round or end the round outnumbered, you lose 1 point. Okay, so she wouldn't have lost it from not doing any damage, but she lost it from losing the opposed test. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah, so Aldemar, yeah, so you get 1 advantage from charging,
Yep.
and then outnumbering is plus 20, isn't it?
Also, yes. Movement charge doesn't have a limited range in this system. There's
It's-
not as long as
It's
you're.
that
I'm
you
not.
get a bonus to charging. You get a bonus to your advantage that you get from charging, don't you?
If your
Yes, I-
opponent is at least your move characteristic in yards away before you charge.
But within your run range, you also gain plus 1 advantage as you barrel in your opponent.
Yeah, which means he has to be at least your move thing in yards away from you. So in this case, 4 yards.
No, I read that as just for getting the extra. Hang on. What page is
Yeah.
charge on?
Yeah, is at least 4 extra, because if he's more than my move characteristic, I can't
Yeah,
move, get it
yeah.
to him. So yeah.
Yeah, but if you charge and he's not your move characteristic in yards away from you, then you don't get the advantage because it's
What
not
page
really
is
charge.
charge
It's just
on?
No.
165.
It's at least clearly has less
Yeah.
than. It's why the. Let's see. How far?
If you charge, they attack you. If you...
Yeah, but your move
Yeah.
characteristic is 4, so he has to be at least
Okay.
4 yards away
Yeah,
from
no.
you for the charge.
So
Oh, I see.
so he can charge as an action, but he doesn't get the advantage unless it's the between the move and the run, the walk and the run distance.
But he's charging
Also-
into a melee, and he is
Also,
technically.
minor thing that confuses all this, and that the rats aren't actually on the grid, so I'm
They're
not sure
not.
exactly how to measure that. However, my target is at least appears to be. Again, it's hard because the grid isn't really set up clearly. 4 units, whatever that would be. Are these feet or yards?
Make
Units.
make a couple of. It's yards. I just couldn't when I was setting up the map. I couldn't remember whether it measured in yards or meters. That was all.
All right.
Let me. That makes the grid a lot clearer, so I can at least move the rat to a point where it can be on the grid. So there you go.
Yep. Either way, my target is 4 meters away, regardless.
Oh, fair enough.
So you gain 2 advantage, 1 for the charge and 1 for charging into melee? Or is it just 1 advantage?
No, let's see. There's a charge, and that's the only thing that gives me a direct advantage from this situation.
Yeah, it's just-
I just get a plus 20 to my roll from ganging up on him.
Because I'm looking on the cheat sheet and it says in combat charging into a melee's plus 1 advantage, and then like a little further down it says charging. Okay, must move at me. Okay. It was
They
clarification.
list
Never mind.
charging.
It was just
Yeah, they
weird.
list charging several times. They list charging several times. It's slightly different language, but they all reference back the same
Yep.
rule on page 165. So.
Yep.
So that ends up giving me a plus 30. So let's swing.
Okay, you got 3. Let's see what he does. He failed. Let's have a look. He got -5 success levels.
Excellent.
So you did
I-
many.
Are they additive?
Let's,
On an opposed check, I thought it was just a matter of how much I succeeded, as long as I succeeded more than he does, or.
yeah. No, what I'm just saying is that he failed super hard. So
Yeah.
you succeeded, so you get your success levels for your damage and everything like that.
Yep. Let's see, and my base thing for a hand weapon is strength bonus plus 4, so that's 7 plus things, so that's 10 damage, 10 wounds. How much do I need to kill a clan rat?
10 wounds. Minus
11
armor
wounds.
and toughness, isn't it?
Yeah, minus their toughness, so that's 311. Okay, I can't actually kill him without. Oh, and they've got. Wait, do these things have armor?
They do.
Probably.
They have armor too.
Damn it.
So
Okay,
they
but
get
better armor
5
than we.
reduction.
Yep. Alright, so that's 10 wounds, then their armor will bring that down to 5.
Okay. No.
I don't know how their armor protects from a blunt object, regardless. And I get another advantage. And he loses his.
Excellent. Yes, he does.
Coming now and finish him off.
Sure.
Oh, yes, well, no, we should 100% mob the crap out of these guys.
So then, yeah, I will insert myself into this spot. I will follow suit. Inspired by Aldemar's actions, I will go in as well.
Excellent.
Though, is Aldemar in correct position? I mean, the rat has moved.
My
Yeah,
hand weapon?
Aldemar.
Nope.
No.
Hand weapon has a range of, oh wait, no, it's 3. Oh wait, no, actually I'm wrong, because they say hand weapon has a range of 3 feet, which would be 1 yard, so yeah, you would have to be adjacent.
Yeah, I will, yes, follow up. And am I in
How's it
flanking
charging?
position? Or is this still considered that he's facing all of us in the front?
How is he
He's-
charging?
What?
How are they charging right now?
I spend
He
a fate
spent a-
point to go at
Yeah.
any point
Yeah.
I want.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, so that he can
Fortune to
actually
get-
move before the clan rats.
Yeah, no, he's facing you all. He's kind of in a corner facing outwards,
Yeah.
squeaking
I
and
don't-
shrieking at you.
I don't get the benefit from flanking then, but I will get the one thing. I'll get
You
the-
are
You get it.
outnumbering 3 to 1, so that's plus 40.
That is plus 40.
30.
Yep.
Plus 40. Nope, it's
It's
plus
plus
40.
40.
Is it?
Yeah. Yep.
That's what it says.
I have plus 50 to my attack, I believe.
Mhm.
With your one
Because of-
advantage?
Yeah, because the one
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah, 1 advantage and then a plus 40. So yeah, let's murder this thing.
Then,
Unfortunately, I don't have time to bless anyone, but
well, that's just that. Well, okay. Well, at least I succeeded.
Okay. You succeeded, and yeah, you still did better than him because once again, he failed by 5 levels, so. Do your damage.
I presume you've got a hand weapon?
Yes.
What's your strength bonus? 3 or 4?
Oh,
Right, so that's
that earlier.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
Actually, yeah, I could have just rolled it from my weapon directly, but bleh.
Yeah, I should have done the same thing, but yeah.
That's okay. That is okay because regardless, the 3 of you, even though Dane didn't actually do anything useful, the 3 of you just kind of pile on this rat and start beating it and stabbing it and kicking it, whatever you can do, and it's shrieking and it's screaming for its life. It's going, no hit, no hit. And then you just kind of, Aldemar, you kind of crack it across the skull and it's looking dazed and there's blood coming out of its ears, and then Erwin just comes in with his ugly axe and just lops its arm off, and it loses its hold on the side of the grate and drops down into the hold, and you don't hear movement coming from down there, or at least not in that in the immediate area. So, well done, you killed a rat.
Okay. Now, other clan rat. Target the wizard.
Is the clown rat smart enough to know I'm a wizard?
Well,
Probably
yes.
not.
Well, it depends on
Find
whether
out.
it's encountered people before who've done that. All right, Gutter Runner, it's your turn. I need to get some traits up because I've got to figure out what you are doing. You're going to do something.
Jump on Lorelei. I played Vermintide. I know you can do it.
Okay.
Completely launch yourself into the moon.
Okay. So the Gutter Runner is basically going to, as you're watching Talcon, it's going to dig its claws into the side of the boat, bunch itself up, and it is going to fling itself over at Wolfheart in a single motion over the edge of the boat. It almost looks like it's levitating. Okay, so it's going to get a advantage from the charge. And the fuck is going on?
It's a lot of IDs.
That really
Wow.
is, but
Once again, maybe Wolfhard will fuck up really bad.
Oh no, that's right. It also gets another advantage from stealth because he didn't see it.
Correct. It also means from where it's attacked. I don't think Wolfheart gets. It's not opposed. Wolfheart doesn't get a chance to roll back.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. Let me go and see what stealthy does. Oh, no, that's okay. That doesn't affect that at all. Does it get a bonus to its to hit from surprised?
Plus 20.
Plus 20. Is that enough? That is still not enough. Fuck you. Gutter Runner.
Does it have fate points?
It does
Or-
not. What does that? Let's have a look and see. Does this add anything to it?
or relevant talent?
Yeah, I'm having a look at its. I'm having
does
a look at
does
its various
Wolfhard have a
traits.
resolve point to remove the surprised condition?
Well, he's not going to be surprised anyway because the fucking rat just launched itself at him. I mean, he's going to be surprised, but no, that gets that. And I don't think this is going to help.
Yeah, charge and surprise are both one advantage.
Charge is your run distance, right?
Yeah, the charge is between move and
Fucked.
run.
I could charge 1,000. Probably not, since I have to cross this corner. You know?
No, it is just going to have to live with the fact that it threw itself at Wolfhard. He bent down at just the right moment to, I don't know, to tie his shoelace or something, and it's just landed on the other side of him quite by accident.
No, he should have landed in the river and
I'm about to say, it
just
would
go
be
boof.
very gutter. It would be the perfect gutter runner moment for him to go flying over Wolfhard and then off out into the river.
Like, he just looks down, sees a coin, bends down, picks it up, and then just hears a splash.
Pretty much. Fucking Gutter Runner. All right, Amina.
Hey!
So only one got attacked, unless an NPC just got quietly deleted.
You'll have to wait and see.
I
Ah.
recommend running headlong into this clan rat.
Yes, let's have the non-combat oriented apothecary with only little bitty daggers charge headfirst into a clan rat. This can go swimmingly.
Throw a flask of acid at it then.
Clan rats are actually flammable. Yes. They're very fucking flammable, actually.
But, okay. I will charge headlong with one of my daggers to try
Well,
to.
see, the thing is, if you didn't and it decided to charge you, it would get advantage. So
Yeah.
you're taking that advantage away from it.
Yeah,
Precisely.
Its other targets are basically a tiny boy, a red-haired man, or a group of people that's just beating his friend to death over there.
Yeah. And clan rats are not brave.
That's true. One did just get murdered, and it's now horribly outnumbered with no
Yes.
element of surprise like we probably wanted. I
Okay.
actually assumed the plan was for them to stab us in our sleep.
Oh, very much so.
Hold on, I'm just gonna do. Cause she probably wasn't thinking about which dagger she grabbed. Okay, she grabbed that one.
You have 3 daggers?
Yup, she has 3
Yeah,
daggers.
she picked up the 2 poisoned ones.
Yep, that's why I rolled a 1d3 to see which one she actually grabbed. Which is not one of the poisoned ones.
Ah.
The question is, did you grab it by the pointy end or the non-pointy end?
Well, she didn't grab
Non-pointed
the
end.
poisoned one, so...
Either way, it was a non-pointy end. But, let's see. The modifier, I get a plus 10 for the advantage.
You do? Yep.
Fantastic. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Stab it.
So you
Stab it good.
got a good success. Ooh.
Oh.
It might have just beaten you.
Did it get more than
Minus
3?
45. Yeah, that's 3 degrees of success. What's the rat's weapon
No.
skill?
It did not beat you. You beat it by
Okay.
1 success level.
Also, is that 45 accounting for Ermina's plus 10?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
She is not combat oriented.
But yeah, you got the win on that, so you get an advantage, don't you?
Yes.
Yes, you do. So you can give yourself another dot.
Yay, dots.
This,
And it was a total of 8? 8.
it's 8.
3 plus 2 plus 3.
8. Okay. No problem. I've forgotten to give them all health stats, so I need to fucking sort that out.
Can she yell at the bolt?
Alright, 8, but it removes 5 damage, so it has 3 damage taken.
That's a good point. I can't speak for anyone else, but I know Aldemar at the very least would be yelling out for Sigmar as he runs in to bash the rat with his hammer.
Armina's not. She's not yelling for Sigma. She's yelling, Theobald!
So yes, Theobald, you know that there is some to-do going on in the cabin, and everybody's alerted to the to-do in the cabin, but they're not entirely sure what that's about. The only person who knows entirely what's going on from the crew is Wolfhard Sauerbrook, who's looking at a gutter runner in front of him, and we'll see what happens with that in a moment. All right, clan rat time. Do.
Hey, well, Wolfhard stands there going, don't that just beat all? Hey there, little rat. Want to talk?
You want to talk?
All
You,
right.
you need to talk it out? Do we need to hug it out? Oh god, please don't hug me, not my face!
No. Oh, good. At least one of you. Are you fucking kidding me? All right then.
How many clan rats are there?
You'll see.
Oh, God.
Eventually.
Runners.
You rats.
How many NPCs are about to just vanish?
All of them.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. All right. So.
At least hope it's for clan rats and not more gutter runners.
Well, they're going on the same
That's
initiative
not
as
what I
clan
meant.
rats, so I'm assuming it's more clan rats.
Fair enough. They could have just been badly rolled gutter runners then.
There is that possibility, but no. What you've got there is you've got a clan rat, the only clan rat that was strong enough to break out of.
Good.
I don't. Where are we? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Hi,
And
Wolfhard.
about Wolfhard's gonna get ganked.
Why
Just a
were
minute.
Why were they transporting clan rats in boxes?
They
didn't know they were.
transporting clan rats in boxes.
Didn't they?
Oh, so yes, it's going to go here to Wolfheart, but it's used its attack basically to get out of the box. So that is its turn.
Wolfhard, do one thing in your your mostly nameless life and yell out before you die.
Okay, and then this clan rat with Amina. Roll me a weapon skill test, please, Amina.
With the 2 advantage? So it's with a plus 20 or no?
With a plus 20, yep.
A
She
weapon
could also
skill
use her
or
dodge if her dodge is better.
Oh yeah, you could use dodge if that was better for you.
my dodge is slightly better. It's 37
Right,
versus
because-
35.
Oh no, you get your plus 20 from your 2 advantage to the opposed test, don't you?
Correct, regardless
Yeah.
of what skill she uses.
I'm just saying the stats.
Oh, okay, yep. Yeah, so whichever one you want to use, just roll that.
So if you use weapon skills, there's a chance that you get a counter strike him.
That's
in the head.
true. You could get a crit and you could attack it again, like hurt it. So do you want to dodge or do you want to try and stab?
I can try. This is gonna be fun because this is her fighting back and not knowing how to actually fight.
Oh.
Yep.
Ah,
Hey!
well, she beat him.
Stab,
Not
parry.
You
Well,
did beat him, but you didn't get a crit, unfortunately.
Where's
gain
all
another
this
advantage.
non-combat shit coming from? I'm not
Yeah,
seeing
but you
it.
do get another advantage from that.
Oh, yay, more dots. I like dots.
Alright, and that is all of the clan rats' turns, because the rest of them were too fucking dumb to actually get out of the fucking boxes. He, however, is going to try and move away from you. Which... Goddamn, what page was that on? I lost it. There we go, fleeing. Alright, get one more advantage, Crystal, and roll me another attack. With a plus 20 on top of all your other advantage.
So a plus 60. Ooh.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, okay. Running?
It's gonna try and flee from her, yeah.
Just a melee basic, or do you want me to roll it with the dagger?
Roll it with your dagger, because this is actually an attack of opportunity that you get on it.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, so you do 9 damage.
Yes, 3 plus 2 plus 4.
Minus its armor, which is another -4. It's very unhappy at this state of affairs, but it does get it basically tries to flee past you. You get another advantage from hitting it.
So,
There you go. And
So, having
it
to beat-
needs to have a cool test, alright? What stat's cool based off of? It's willpower, isn't it?
I think so.
This is gonna go well.
How cool is this rat?
It failed, but it only failed by 1 success level. But it is broken.
what is broken?
Yeah.
Does it matter that he rolled a double?
Oh,
Yeah, that is a critical.
That's a fumble.
yeah, that is critical fumble. A further +1 broken condition per SL below 0. So it's got 2 broken conditions.
And
that's
stay
nice.
out.
Alright, where the fuck is broken?
169 was where all the conditions were, wasn't it?
There we go.
Broken
Yes.
condition. Move or action used to flee -10 to all tests not running or hiding. If unengaged, may roll cool to remove. Only loses it for each round spent out of sight of enemy. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yep, so it has to run.
I doubt this rat's coming back anytime soon.
No, this rat is running soon fast, and it is making its way out. So run is what's its run? It's 12, isn't it? Or 6? That's 12.
Theobald's gonna see a
Like
bloodied
6.
rat run out the door.
Basically, yes. Yeah, so
After Hermina's been yelling, Theobald!
everyone's gonna hear the commotion in the cabin. They're gonna hear Aldemar shouting to Sigma. They're gonna hear Erwin yelling whatever he's yelling. They're gonna hear Dane cussing up a storm and Ermina yelling for Theobald. And then the door is gonna fly open, and this rat is gonna come scurrying out. Paws in the middle of the open deck, just looking around, its eyes wide and panicked, squeaking, tail lashing and cowering as it bleeds from several stab wounds.
Well, that's good. I thought it was going to jump down through the grate.
And it was a toss-up whether it was going to do that.
Thomas, you want to beat it with your stick or throw a fireball or throw a fire at it? Or can you
The
do
door
that?
is open, so you've got line of sight on it.
Oh,
Does
do
it?
I have line of sight from where I am, or would I have to move to the doorway?
Let's
You can get line of sight on it, I meant. Sorry.
You have to move first.
What's my move? My move is tiny.
Mhm.
Where even is move on this thing?
It's underneath the
Your move should be
box of characteristics.
4?
So let's say
Oh,
you're human, your
4.
move is 4, so 8 walking, 16 running.
I'm gonna move to the doorway and throw a dart at its back.
Alrighty.
And this is where I get the fumble and summon some kind of lesser demon somehow.
Probably yes.
That would spice this up.
Ermina with her 5 levels of advantage to kill it, so.
Yeah.
I know, right? Send Amina out to stab the damn thing.
Don't wake up, Mama.
I don't get any advantage to start with, though, do I?
No, not to cast magic. Magic is its own thing entirely.
Yeah.
But channeling gets advantages if I'm doing it and have them something.
I believe so.
But it wasn't a critical failure.
Off, yes.
Okay.
Fear my arcane might. Eventually.
Phew. Alrighty then. So yes, it would seem that the crew are starting to become aware that there is actually a problem.
Whatever gave him that clue?
Crew, if a box is shaking, please throw it overboard.
Pretty much. Okay, Raymond is gonna get just far enough to try and beat down the rat.
Thump.
Okay. Come on, Raymond. Raymond, really? This is what we're doing? Come on, rat. Do something.
Your favorite.
It's got
digits
minus.
in
It's
being 80s.
yeah. It's got minus 20 because of broken.
It does too.
Indeed. And he's getting +1 for charge, and I think +20 because it's broken.
Yep.
I think.
Let's go back to conditions.
I have way too many pages open.
-10 it's got. But it's got 2 levels of broken, so yeah, -20. So it is operating. It is operating on an effective weapon skill of 10. And it's failed by 4. He failed by. He had +10. He actually, yeah, no, he does succeed for that. Just. All right then. So he does 8 damage plus his success levels, doesn't he?
Sure.
Yes. Yeah. So that's 9 -5. He does enough to just come along with the staff that he carries at his side
Kill
and basically
Stealer!
just take its head off with a fucking stick.
Kill
Raymond!
Stealer!
Did all the work. Yay, Raymond!
Raymond has saved the boat! All right, Talcon, are you notifying the gutter runner didn't see you? So you are still effectively stealthed at the moment. Are you going to alert everybody that there's more rats?
Dagon's gonna have to make a fear check first, though.
Oh yeah.
Talcon is one with the box.
It's just a cool death, I think. If I remember right.
What was that?
I don't remember what I had to roll for. I think it's just cool.
I think so. Let me have a look. Psychology.
I have every page open except for the psychology, of course.
Yep, challenging cool test.
Yep.
If someone's trying to speak in the background but really muted, I just want to pop into at one point or another.
Has someone got a TV on?
I think Timo might.
Yeah, it seems that Tima does.
Oh, okay, I guess someone was having problems or something with their mic. No.
Oh no, Talcon, you failed. Do you want to re-roll that?
I probably do, yes.
Remember, it's not that halflings are bad, it's that they have different strengths.
Was it resilience or fate?
I think it was resilience to automatically get out of a fear check, but
Is it resilience to ignore, fate to reroll? I think.
Resilience allows you to ignore the effects of psychology. It is fortune to.
for one round or just from one source.
Round, you need to keep spending resilience. You can unbreak yourself.
Hey, Talcon did it.
Success.
Excellent.
Talcon is
So,
not terrified of these giant rats.
yeah, so Talcon, you see these giant rats with your own eyes, and you see them not just the ordinary quote unquote giant rats. You see this horrifying dark dark hooded blade wielding rat. And for a moment it seems like your tongue is stilled in your mouth, your heart is frozen with fear, but you think to yourself, what would Aldemar do? And you steel yourself in the name of Sigma.
No.
Something along those lines. That's how Aldemar will tell the story anyway.
That is how Aldemar will tell the story.
I'm half tempted to go help that poor bastard in the corner.
He may need a friend.
You've got
Plus I get surprised if I charge one of them.
That is true.
I'm just imagining this. After Talcon runs in to back up Wolfhard, then Wolfhard fails his cool test and runs away to leave Talcon to fight the clan rat and the gunner runner.
Oh, that would be awful.
Oh, that would be horrible.
You brave tiny halfling. I have faith in you.
I'm actually in range for charge, the actual charge range. I can go. Actually, if I can do both. I can go stab the clan rat, but I'm out of the range of the gunner runner.
Yeah.
Also, I can yell as a free action, apparently.
Yes, you can yell a warning as a free action and do your attack as well. So
That's
Well,
why
I'm gonna-
Ermina's yelling at Theobald.
But wait, remember, stab first, then yell.
Yeah, get the surprise first. Judge.
charge. All right.
All right, that's 2
So-
advantages.
Talsin's dead, so
It's nice knowing you, Talson.
I cannot defend
As-
in opposed tests.
As long if Wolfhard doesn't run away, he's not completely screwed. But you've got a plus 40 to hit this rat.
Yep.
And more possibly because of size.
Let's see, I get plus 10 because of the size, yes.
Yes, you do.
So I get plus 50.
And it doesn't get to oppose you because it is completely surprised by you.
Also, I'm striking the stun, which means I can automatically call a headshot.
Nice. Roll it then.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
I'm apparently going to have to spend a lot of fortune today.
So close.
I'm going for it.
He's like, screw it. This rat is going to obliterate my face.
I mean, so many memories of halflings at Blood Bowl.
I am not that There we go.
Hey, there we go.
460
Oh,
degrees.
nice.
That rat might be dead.
Well, he's
I'll
only
get in the
stunning it.
dome.
It's not stun, actually does full damage.
Stun
Yeah.
does damage, does it? Okay.
It's it's the talent strike to stun. I think it just
Okay.
allows him to pick where he hits.
Okay. So what's your full damage on that?
Yep, strike to stun just means you can automatically hit the head location as long as you're using a melee weapon with the pummel quality.
Which
Okay.
I do. Because
Oh.
because the crowbar counts as both a improvised weapon and a hand weapon.
Nice. Alright, yeah, so what's your total damage on that?
Let's see. Do I add plus 6 in the modifier, or what do I add to this?
Well,
So you
strength
add-
bonus plus.
Yep.
Oh, I know, but I'm clicking the roll button. I don't know if I need to add a modifier or something.
Well,
Well, if
honestly,
if you roll the
you
weapon,
should have
It's
rolled.
a skill test. You just do what just hit it.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
damage isn't separate from rolling to attack in the system.
Yeah, so you get 2 plus 4, so 6 plus 6, so 12. damage.
12.
12
Oh, I
damage.
should have rolled the weapon. That's why.
Yeah. We've done
Yeah.
this mistake, me and Ultima.
This is the first time I've actually gotten to attack something like everyone else.
This
Okay,
is
well,
Jimmy Bar.
Unfortunately it's not enough to kill it.
It's enough to hurt it.
It is enough to do it a severe damage.
And Talson's got 3 advantage now.
Yes, he does. So do your dots.
Also, I get the pummel quality on him, so he has to make a check.
Okay. What's he checking?
The pummel quality. That is the creature section. That is not the.
Pummel. If heads hit opponent, oppose strength to endurance test inflicts stun condition.
Okay.
This is not going to work very well, but.
But you
we're
have
doing
your 3 advantage. Don't forget, you need to do your dots.
Yes, you do. Ooh. It's opposed strength, is it?
it. Mm-hmm. So I get
Okay.
plus 30 to
It's-
this.
It's Talson's strength, I think, versus the rat's endurance.
Yeah, he's not going to send this turn
Okay.
in.
Yeah, it passed.
Oh well, I gave it a big bonk on the noggin with
Yep.
a crowbar.
Don't forget just to tag your Yep.
You need
First, yep.
3 of them.
I'm trying to, but it keeps closing.
Alrighty. Now, this is going to be fun. So the crew are alerted. They're not sure some of them are not sure what's going on. Some of them are very fucking sure what's going on.
No, Wolfheart's over here. Hey, buddy, you want to talk about flying over my head? Do we need to talk?
Actually, I imagine Wolfhard is the most confused as to what's going on.
Yeah. Wolfman's just like, what the fuck is this?
That's
You
fine.
wanna
I've never got halflings showing up out of the fucking dark.
What's happening here? You can see it, but you can't get there. But you will move towards there. So you're gonna go for a run.
I mean, I only speak for myself, but I'd be less confused hearing a bunch of weird noises, screaming, and sounds of fighting than seeing a rat ninja come leaping out of the air at me.
That is very true. Alright, so Meinrad is going for a run. Everybody else is readying their weapons because they're not sure what's happening at the moment. Wolfheart.
You see all those boxes that are, rattling around? Maybe you should do something about that, boat crew.
They're not smart people. Where did this go?
Oh, Wen, by the way, just got you a weapon.
What did she get?
One this, Mr. Rat person kindly left lying on the ground.
Wen's just going to look at it and just be like, ah.
I don't know if you want to give him a disease-ridden piece of rusty metal.
Okay, so
Totally.
none of them have successfully done any wounds to any of you, which is good. Alright, Wolfheart. Please don't run away screaming in fear. He doesn't!
Hey!
Good work, Wen.
The presence of friend Talcon has steeled Wolfheart's soul, and he's going to fight these rats. He's going to try and attack the one that Talcon attacked. So he doesn't have any inherent advantage because he couldn't charge. But he's got the plus 20 because Talcon's next to him.
But the gutter runner is adjacent to him as well.
That is true. But he got a 3.
Why does the Katarana have an advantage?
Surprise, I think?
Yeah, it got surprise and it got charge, and it lost one of them because it didn't do any damage. So it's
Oh, wait, no. If you fail, you lose.
Oh,
All
that's
of
right, you
them.
lose all of them. Yep.
It wasn't an opposed check though, so
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
We still failed
Okay,
a
okay,
hit.
stop confusing me.
No, I think it's actually correct. I think the rat keeps all its advantage.
Well, I thought it only got the damage from surprise if it did damage to something while it was surprised. And he didn't actually do damage, he just swung and missed.
Yeah, but he still gained. He still only lost 1 because he didn't lose an opposed check.
Yeah, he should still have the 1 advantage that he got from the charge, but he shouldn't have the advantage from the surprise because he whiffed.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's see if the rat can counter this attack. Oh. Okay. Then
Wolfhard wins.
that is a draw.
Now, charging and attacking surprised enemies. You don't need to damage them to get an advantage from surprise.
Oh, okay. So he does have the 2.
I don't know why I'm arguing this, but
Anyway, what happens when the opposed check is for an attack is the same levels of success?
He gives you like 12 options for that.
Highest number, isn't it?
Okay.
let's see. Lose an opposed test or lose any wounds, you automatically lose all advantage. Do opposed tests. What determines who wins opposed tests?
Because they've both got exactly the same weapon skill. Fuck it. In the interest of expediency, Wolfheart's gonna win that because he just rolled better than the rat straight up.
Mm-hmm.
So he is going to but he only got 1.
And then there's a tie. One of 2 things happens is determined by the GM. If both parties scored the same SL, the party with the higher tested skill or characteristic wins.
Yeah,
In the unlikely event there's still a tie, the GM either declares a stalemate and nothing happens, or both parties re-roll until there's a winner.
No, Wolfheart managed to get a leg up on that, so that's fine.
I think he gets no bonus SL, but
Yeah, but he
hopefully
gets
should
no
be able to.
bonus. But he gets 2, and that is that. So he does actually hurt the rat.
Now, where would we be without this boat crew?
but he doesn't hurt the rat enough to kill it. But he has an advantage now.
But
Alright, Wen, it is your turn. Wen, pass your fear check. Please, dear God, pass your fear check.
don't be a
Oh,
wimp.
Wen passed his fear check.
Go get him, Wen.
Alright, Wen's not entirely sure what to do because the rats that he could see are dead. So what he's going to do is... I should have rolled him using his sheet.
Angry mob charge? Angry mob charge.
Oh yeah, Aldemar's plan is just to run around screaming around the entire boat until he's made like 3 laps of it without running into anything to smack.
Alright, Wen, your perception has failed you. So, Wen is going to look around the room for a weapon that he can find. He's going to find basically like a billy club, like a hand weapon. He's going to take it up and he's going to just kind of squeak out, "For Sigma!" And that is his turn. Owen, you went because you did your thingy. Theobald!
Good job, Wen. Just don't get yourself killed.
That one's dead.
Yep. Raymond Killstealer got it.
Yeah.
Your doggo can try finding some of the other rats that are around.
Sorry, wait, no. Sorry, Raymond, Hero of the Empire.
Kill stealer. Look at my advantage. Look at yours.
Kill Stiller. Yeah, I'm still waiting for Lorelei to fucking do her shit.
Yeah.
'Cause we're
Waiting
about
for
it.
the opportune moment.
I mean, if
Well,
you don't step in at the end of the round, you will
You
lose.
lose your
After Theobald's turn.
Alright.
I want to go last, and then I want to go first, so I effectively get 2 rounds in a row.
I see. So what's Theobald up to?
What's the role for the dog to find stuff?
Um, roll the dog's perception.
Dog has doesn't have a perception. What's
It
the skill?
doesn't.
Perception is initiative. Okay.
Okay, yep. So based on the dog's initiative, it can have a plus 20 if you take it over to the clan rat and have it sniff around the clan rat first. Because they were disguising their scent, which is why you didn't find them the first time.
Oh. Let's go here.
Mhm.
And then with the plus 20, you roll
Oh!
Shit!
Kerbanog
Nice.
finds all the rats.
Okay, so
Wow. Well, this is why rat catchers have small dog.
that is
Yes.
very true. So basically, what's going to happen is that you're going to take Kebanog over to the clan rat and have it sniff around, get the scent of it, and immediately your little dog is going to start yipping and barking and going mental, and he kind of runs around in a circle before he belts into the cabin and starts barking at the crate again.
and go after it then. Oh, there's another one.
Oh, there's another one.
Okay, everyone, just stab through the great holes, apparently.
Oh no, wait, it's not the end of your turn, so yeah.
I'm just
Are
imagining
you
we're just
able
gonna keep stomping on their paws as they try to climb out.
There's charge distance, so I guess I can hit that one.
Okay, yep, go for it.
What about Kerbanog?
Yeah, I guess he can charge as well.
He murdered like 3 grown men in the last combat.
Yeah. Okay. I have an advantage.
This plant rat is grossly
Yeah.
outnumbered.
And
Yeah, so you get a plus 40 because you're all ganged up around the damn thing.
so it's a plus 50 total. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, very nice success. All right, let's see if it can. Oh wow. But that is not enough to beat you. You still beat it out quite handily.
Out of curiosity, where's that +1 from?
It's from my Strike Mighty Blow.
Ah,
Okay, so that is
8.
5.
8 plus 5.
So yeah,
which
8 damage straight up because it has +5 reduction.
Oh.
So this rat has barely even started. Oh, yeah, this rat has barely even started to stick its nose through the grate, and Theobald's or Cabinog's come charging in, barking and yipping up a storm, and Theobald's come in, and well, how do you do? Because the grate, as I said, has just barely started to tremble a bit.
Yeah. And let's see if Cabanok can bite its head off.
All right, come on, Cabinog, you can do it.
Well, the head's basically the only thing in range, so yeah, it's gonna be the head.
bites its snout and then just rips the skull off.
it could technically get one of the arms that's rattling, maybe.
Oh, it failed.
Yeah. That's 51 against. There's a weapon +5. 25 weapon skill, +40 for the gang ups, +10 for the advantage. So that's 3 SL. So I think it's 8 damage again.
Okay, well, if it's 8 damage again, then it's well and truly fucking dead.
Get it, Carabano.
And it gets an advantage. Go, little dog.
Yay!
Alrighty then. So yes, Theobald and Cabanog have also killed a clan rat between them.
Yes.
So you're doing quite well at the moment. You have managed to murder fuck a good couple of rats, even with Raymond's help stealing your kill.
Kill stealer.
Wolfhard and Talcon are putting holes quite busily in the clan rat that's right next to them, though there is the gutter runner now there that is going to eviscerate Wolfhard in a moment if he's not careful. And Lorelei, where are you facing at the moment?
I'd say my strategy was complicated, but is it not working?
It is.
I was about to say, as far as facing goes, if Halson yelled out, I'd be facing towards the front of the boat.
All right then, carry on.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and run my happy ass down over here.
Okay.
By virtue of I heard Halson yell from that direction, I'm running that direction.
Yep.
And I am going to attempt to enact one of my happy fun blessings.
Okay.
If I can find it on my page.
You get a blessing, and you get a blessing, and nobody else gets a blessing except for maybe Reinhard, because he's like right there.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
That might be angry about something.
There we go. That's better. Tal is rethinking your blessing. He eventually decides to give it to you.
Okay. And that's going to be that for turn 1.
Okay. All right,
Now.
so new turn order. Whoops, I need to go and put fucking Lorelei back at the top. Hang on a second.
She is at the top.
Yeah, no, I'd moved the turn order on. There we go. All right, what is part 2 of Plan Stupid?
Okay, for part 2 of Plan Stupid, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over here.
Yep.
And then I'm going to turn. And I'm going to run through the rat, grappling it with the charge, and take it off the side of the fucking boat.
Okay. All right.
Laurel is dead.
Oh, it was nice knowing you.
Yeah. Now let me think about something there real quick. All right.
Now, keep in mind, I don't want to throw the rat off the side of the boat. I'm going to football tackle it off the side of the boat. I'm going with.
Yeah. No, we know. This is a thing. All right.
Sure. Shoulder check to victory.
That's also why we're saying you're dead.
That'll be fine. Give me the home field advantage.
There is no home field advantage when we go to runner.
Well, I mean, you get an advantage, I guess, because you're charging, and it might be surprised someone is dumb enough to try tackling it from behind.
No, she's not getting surprise on this one.
Does not even matter.
You're not getting surprise. All right, just give me a moment, please. I need to look at something real quick. You're right. This is plan stupid.
I told you it was a stupid plan.
Don't you want to?
Okay.
Nuffle is a cruel and capricious god.
Indeed.
No, I was about to say, I'm taking it into the river, reason being, my god, as Lord of the Rivers, home field advantage.
I feel like Manala
No.
and Tal might be arguing a bit over that.
Yeah.
I was about to say, if you look at it, it says, Tall, king of the wilds, king of the hunt, and lord of rivers. This is a river. If it was the ocean, they could argue. I'm not saying it's a mechanical advantage. I just feel better about it.
All right, roll your business. And it's going to try and dodge, I think.
But since the Reich ultimately empties into the sea, what is the river but an extension of the sea?
Well, that's it. That is... It's a long and complicated issue, and the priests of Tal and priests of Manan get into it very, very frequently. Fists are thrown. Roll your charge, Lorelei.
Hold on.
Don't forget to give yourself your dot.
Yeah, as that's because plus 10 from the advantage, and then plus 10 from the blessing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
Exactly the same as your original Blessing of Battle.
No, right? Much better.
Okay.
How's that gutter runner do?
It's... Ooh, it's close.
Not
But
quite.
it just doesn't quite make it.
Yes.
So, Lorelei.
Also, I would like to take a deep breath as I'm taking it off the railing.
Alrighty. You do that then. Yep, you and the gutter runner go over the edge. Actually, to be more correct, you go through the railing.
Yes.
And you and the gutter runner are now fighting in the water.
And it would lose both of its advantage for that.
Yep.
And you gain yet another one.
Yep, so make sure you've got all your dots. Okay, and that is Lorelei's turn. So, Talcon, you and Wolfhard are fighting this rat. You're doing quite well. It seems to be struggling to keep itself on its feet. And as you're standing there fighting this rat, the next thing you see is, Andy, take it away.
Better question, does the rat actually keep a hold of its dagger after being charged like this?
The gutter runner?
Yeah.
Gutter runner.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah, they're like punch daggers. I can't imagine that it would drop it even.
Oh, then it had like one of the big daggers. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, it's got the punch daggers. But yeah, so you see the
It's very
blur of
dangerous
Lorelei coming out
tackle
of the darkness. Are you screaming as you belt this thing over the edge?
Actually, no. I just want to kind of go with the subdued. Hup.
All right then.
Well,
Off we
that's
go.
Problem solved.
All right, so it looks like you won't have to worry about the Tarlight anymore, Aldemar.
It's fine. It's gonna take me a really long time to drown.
Okay, Dane is going to step up over to the clan rat and try and wang it in the head with her hammer.
Wang.
She doesn't have... Oh, that is exactly enough to succeed. All right. And it fails, so she does actually do it a mischief. You get 1 success level for a basic pass, or is it just a 0?
It's one for a base.
Yep.
You can see on Lorelai's roll 65, 55, 45, 35. It's 4.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool. So she does 1. So she does 10 minus 5. There we go. So she comes in with her hammer and just fucking wails on it and just smacks it around a bit. And it is Aldemar's turn.
All right, Aldemar, go over here and whack it in the back.
Alrighty.
So that is to let's see. I don't think he gets any extra advantage from this until he hits.
No, because you didn't charge.
But you still are
Oh,
2-on-1.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, which
Is a
only
20.
get a thing if I actually hit him. Well, it all works out to a plus 40.
Yeah.
Got 2 advantage already. Find my weapon. There we go.
Hey, you crit.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that too.
Nice. Alright. What does it do? It fucking fails spectacularly.
What's that?
That was it.
The opposed melee.
The opposed check.
In that case, I might as well been here because it's not supposed to get an opposed check when I hit it from behind.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. Either way.
Either way.
Still got the crit on it. Alright, criticals, hooray!
Criticals.
So you just got an immediate critical wound, 172. I don't think that's going to be that relevant because it's a fucking clan rat. Fucking seagulls.
If
Did you
you
say
score a
fucking Xenos?
critical,
Seagulls.
see page 172.
So there best not be fucking Xenos. I am not equipped for that shit.
Alright, where did you hit it? You hit it in the body, and
Correct.
you did 7, 9, 5, 3. Alright, so yeah, you haven't killed it, but you did do it a critical. So let's see what critical it gets.
How many wounds did it deal?
3 wounds. Hang on, was it 7, 9, 5, 4 wounds? That should have been. So 4 wounds. Does it change the result on the critical table based on the wounds?
No, apparently
Oh
not.
no! It's he rolls one and it inflicts more wounds based on the severity
Yeah,
of it.
I'm actually trying to parse this. The paragraph around critical wound weirdly written. So for
The
number
entire
of
book is really written.
Yes. We saw the number of wounds indicated not modified by toughness bonus or armor points. Please
Oh,
note
okay.
true.
So on the critical table, there is a number of wounds allocated to it.
Yeah,
Ah,
that they indicate.
yeah.
That's why I was kind of confused there for a second, but no, you rolled
Yep.
the critical and it deals extra wounds.
Yep.
Correct.
61. What's he get?
Painful
That's
cut.
probably-
2 bleeding conditions and a stun. Take a hard -20 endurance or gain unconscious as you black out from the pain. Unless you...
Well, it's only got 2 wounds left anyway. So.
Well, let's say, and 3
Unless-
extra wounds from paint cut, so I think I just killed it.
You did just kill it, Aldemar.
Just have it... Roll it so you can hear it scream out in agony, because it's not going to get +4 success levels.
Well done, my lord. You killed it.
Yes,
You
I know.
gave it a painful
Okay.
cut with a hammer.
Okie dokie. So, now, we will address your issue in a moment, Lorelei.
Quick, stab, punching daggers.
Well, it is grappled, so its only real choice is opposed strength check.
Yeah, but this one's gonna come up and face fuck Frederick.
Hey, who called it?
Hey, Frederick! Hi!
The very start of this combat, I said there's another one right here waiting to jump on Lorelei's back.
If Lorelei hadn't moved.
Yeah, that's why I needed to know which way she was facing, because there was a chance that she could try and see it, but it was like she was like, "No, I'm going this way."
Did I know that one was there?
You did not know that one was there.
Then I made the right.
So, new plan. This one up here is the one we're all going to mob at the same time.
All right, so what does it do? It does okay, and that's all right. God damn it! I've forgotten to give everybody wounds. Humans have 12 wounds. There we go.
Humans
These
have
guys,
12 wounds?
unfortunately,
I
have-
do not have 12 wounds. That is a lie.
NPC humans have 12 wounds.
About to say, I think that's like the standard, like commoner stat block. Because
Humans, however, have no armor.
wow, there was just a baseline human stat block.
Yeah. So that's -3. So that is. So you only got 1 on that. So that is 5 wounds to you, my friend. Okay, so yeah, after Lorelei's valiant charge takes the gutter runner off the side of the ship, you then hear a horrible gurgling scream, chittering laughter, and "Saps, kill!" from the end of the boat, from the far end, away from where she went over the edge.
Except Thomas can see it. Ish. Yeah, because the door opens.
Yeah, Thomas. Yeah, the door is still open, so Thomas could see it. But Amina, it's your turn. All of the rats in the room that you're in appear to be dead right now.
Appear
And
to be
nobody appears
dead.
to have taken any wounds.
You have a billion advantage. I recommend running headlong at this rat.
As if I can reach it. I don't think I can reach it.
I don't think so, but we want to get as close as we can.
Yeah.
So that hopefully we can get it next turn while it's busy continuing to murder Frederick.
Sorry, no, I forgot. It's my bad. I forgot fucking the one with Lorelei. I said I would address it and then forgot. All right. Grappling. Use it entangled. If you begin your turn grappling, you may break the grapple if you have higher advantage than your opponent. Okay, so it does not have higher advantage than her, so it cannot break it. Post strength test. All right, yeah. So it's just an opposed strength test for Lorelei and the gutter runner. Whoa, she basically gives it a mass swirly. It did not do good.
And keep in mind it's rolling at a -10 because it's entangled.
Yeah.
Just pointing that out because I know that this is probably going to be another like 97 or some shit.
You can do it. Show the power of Tal. Okay.
Well, it failed by -5, so you failed less, which means you win the grapple.
So it's still grappled.
It is still
Still
grappled.
And I gain another advantage.
You do. Now I need to look and see if there's a fucking drowning.
There is 1 wound per turn.
All right. How long do they get before they start drowning?
If they're surprised, it starts immediately. That's why I specified. I took a deep breath before I went into the fucking water.
Yeah. Well, as I said, it wasn't surprised, so.
if they're unprepared and suddenly deprived of air, not necessarily if surprised.
Yeah.
You know, use
I
your.
think it was surprised that it went over the edge.
Yeah, it expected to be able to dodge. All right, so yeah, it loses a wound. Then it's gonna be a fucking. It's gonna be a struggle of attrition then.
I
That
assume
was
that's
the plan.
As they
Here's
both
the
get.
thing. I knew if I was like gonna try to trade blows with the Gutter Runner, I don't know what Gutter Runner's stats are, but what I know from fucking Blood Bowl is Gutter Runners are dodgy and they are fast. And if I didn't want it to fucking get away from me, so I was like, fuck it, where can it not get away from me? In the river.
Is the boat actually still moving at this point?
Probably, it's fine. Someone should probably get a rope.
More worried about you going under the boat.
But yes,
It's
the boat
fine.
is still moving. So actually, yes. Now that I consider that, you two, you two are going to end up down here at the end of the rat's turn.
Bye, Lorelei.
Bye. Come
Because
pick me up.
nobody's dropped anchor on the boat. It's still going. All
Fine,
right,
I
sorry,
can
Amina.
still
Now
find
it's your
it.
turn.
Come
All
on,
right,
Amina.
This guy is currently the biggest threat out there, so I think we should focus on him. Talcon and Wolfheart have probably got this nearly dead clan rat.
Oh, so didn't Raymond kill this one?
Yes,
Yeah.
it
Needs
is.
to
Sorry, I
be
forgot to put
crossed
the
out.
X on it.
So where was the anchor if someone actually wanted to drop it?
It's well, it's at the back of the boat. But the actual sort of lever to drop it's next to the wheel. Actually, that's something as well.
Someone needs to get to the thing, and someone needs to go stab the clan rat in the back.
Well, I have a genius, not genius plan.
Is that on
All
par
right.
with Loriai's, or
Oh no, I'm not tackling him. Screw that. I'm not dumb.
you have like 5 advantage.
If only I could drop a meteor on this thing.
Wait, you mean that one, right? Not this one.
Sure.
Oh,
I will bite your face off. That will be the thing that happens.
I'm running. I stop here.
Yep.
I'm going to chuck my dagger at him.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not the dagger that's ugly. One of the poison ones. Somebody's gonna die.
Excellent.
Oh god. Okay. Time to check.
Goodbye,
the shooting
Frederick.
into
I shall
melee.
miss you.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah,
I
right?
liked Frederick. Frederick was my favorite.
Yeah, it's hard to beat Frederick Furstenfeld as far as names go.
Plus, he's the one that taught me the body song.
Oh yeah.
I'll be real sad when he dies.
Yeah.
Alright, so how
It's not
throwing the daggers works.
It's a throne? A ranged throne?
Throwing
Yeah.
range.
They can't be dodged or opposed unless they have a shield.
All right.
Or you're at point blank range, which I think she is.
How
Oh,
far's
the
point
throne
blank in this system?
Pretty far.
Point blank varies depending on the weapon you're using. Let me check 297 real quick. Let's see. Weapons range is its medium range in yards. Guys, ranges follow. Point blank equals its range divided by 10.
Okay.
Thank you for the
So what's
follow.
the range?
Welcome
What's the
to the
range
itty
you throw a
bitty kitty
dagger?
committee. How are
It's
you?
I think it's like 2 times strength.
I have my strength is only 3.
2 times strength or strength bonus?
I'm gonna
Strength
assume 2
bonus.
times strength bonus, because if it's 2 times strength, you can knock that dagger 120 meters, which
Yeah.
I don't think is accurate.
120 yards. We got to be consistent here.
Oh my gosh. Units, because that's how the grid is measured.
Where's the rule for throwing
Units.
weapons?
It's basically just right underneath the melee.
Okay.
Yeah. It says ranged combat.
Yeah, there's really not much more to it comparatively.
And ballistical tests shooting into melee are -20. And if you would have hit the target were it not for the penalty, you instead hit the other guy.
Yep.
So same as 40k.
Okay.
And what was it? So you have what's your so your thing is twice strength bonus, and what's your strength bonus?
3.
All right, so he's not at short range. He's at medium range for your dagger. So this does indeed mean that it's just a straight roll on your part. The Skaven dude doesn't actually get any bonus, and
Yeah.
he can't actually dodge.
He can't dodge. He can't try and stop it in any way. You've just got to roll and not hit Frederick.
So I have +50 -20. So it's a +30. And I
think
can
so, 'cause I believe
add.
advantage applies to-
Can I
Yeah.
spend fortune to add a +10? Or is that not how the same?
Same.
On
There's
this, you just
no
add a
adding.
success level.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
add afterwards.
I can add afterwards. Okay.
You can have
Regardless
a
if
success
you
level, yeah.
succeed. Yeah.
Okay.
Right, we're all waiting on tenterhooks.
Okay. Range throwing +30. I'm gonna fortune. I'm gonna fortune. I'm gonna try it.
Let's say you just hit Frederick.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah. +30. Come on. You can do it, Ermina.
Nope.
On the
Still
plus
hit
side, at least
Frederick.
you get a -1 to it.
Yeah. I missed.
Okay,
You
Frederick.
take 1 less damage than you would have.
Alright.
Frederick, he was my favorite. And you killed him.
Where the hell is that? That's in the consumer's guide, isn't it?
This is gonna be awkward to explain.
This is gonna be very awkward to explain. But you know what?
He may
I
survive.
tried. He might.
I believe
This
Heart-
is heart kill, isn't it?
Heart kill, yeah.
Yep. Oh, good.
God,
So how
he
much
might
damage?
survive.
How much damage have you actually done to him?
Like 6, I think.
I thought it would be 4 because 2 + 3 - 1 for the success level.
What was it? You are treated as though you were rolling without the penalty for the purposes of
Yeah.
hitting them. So
Yeah.
she's effectively rolling against 82, so she gets 1. So it's
Oh.
strength
Fair.
success level 1 for the hit. So it's 6.
6
I kill
minus
people.
that's 3 damage. You do. So there's 3 damage, but the more important thing about heart kill is that he now automatically takes 4 poison.
But it says when
conditions.
ingested. This is the weird part about
Oh,
heart
it's
kill.
ingested. You're muted, Altor.
And he gets an endurance test. He might
He
not.
does.
Come on,
Endurance is-
Frederick.
Endurance is based on strength, isn't it?
I don't know.
Or toughness. Is it strength or toughness?
Probably toughness.
You can see
Okay,
it
so
in
it's
the
toughness.
basic skills list on the
Yeah, it's
sheet.
toughness.
Toughness, okay. Well, not that it makes much difference because his strength and his toughness are exactly the same. Alright.
Come on,
Jesus.
Frederick. Don't get poisoned.
Christ, heart kill's expensive.
Frederick's
Why
poisoned.
Didn't we sell that rather than murdering the one boatman I liked?
I tried. You come up with a better plan that does not involve me going over the edge and not knowing how to swim whatsoever.
I was gonna say we saw my better plan.
Get out of the way, let me set it on fire.
Alright, so what happens if he's got 4 levels of poison?
Poison. He takes
dies.
No, he doesn't die. Not
He will.
immediately. He will
Eventually.
eventually, but he not yet. Poison.
At the end of each round, lose 1 wound, ignoring all modifiers. Also suffer a penalty of -10 to all tests. If you reach 0 wounds until removed, if you fall unconscious, make an endurance test.
After
After a
toughness.
number of rounds equal to your toughness, or die horribly. At the end of each round, you may attempt an endurance test. If successful, remove a poisoned condition. So it's at the end of each round as well, not the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. All right then.
I've done my duty. I'll be right back.
Frederick is fighting this rat. He is terrified. It is stabbing him. He doesn't know what to do. He's trying his very, very best, and it is just poking holes in him all over and seeming to have a great time doing so. And then suddenly, out of the semi-darkness, a dagger comes in.
Bye, Frederick. She has no idea he's, who she hit. She knows she hit
Yeah.
someone. She heard
hit
the
something,
thunk.
but
She
she's
heard
not
the
sure
squish.
who.
She heard a squish.
All right, so clan rat time. Do. The rest of the clan rats coming out of their boxes because they've weakened them sufficiently that they can actually get out now. Ta-da!
Oh, hey, clan rats.
Yes, clan rats.
Now I wish we had another person on board the ship rather than swimming along beside it.
So that one's going there. That
We are
one's going
-1
there.
gutter runner. You're welcome.
This one is going to mill around a little bit and try and figure out what the fuck it's doing. Oh my. Yeah, no, that's going there as well.
Oh, goodbye, Frederick.
See, I did not kill him. I did not.
Frederick may be
super
turbo
upset when I
dead.
get back on the boat.
All right, so
Why did you give them names? We became attached.
the one down here that's fighting Wolfheart and Talcon is oh, dearie me. All right. The gutter runner's gone over the edge. It's currently outnumbered and badly wounded. It's gonna try and flee again.
And he's going to take 2 opportunity attacks.
Yep. So Talcon, if you'd like to go first.
Oh, let's see. Got a +40.
Number him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. 40 for the damage. Wait, go back. Go back. Can't. Damn it. The thing covered. I couldn't get the input value out of from behind the screen. Step failure.
Okay. Wolfhard is gonna try. Wolfhard is going to succeed in stabbing the clan rat. The clan rat is very dead. It falls over, squeaking horribly. Well done. Between the both of you, you have murdered the thing. It is dead, and it stinks. Alrighty. So now there are 2 clan rats that are going to try and stab Frederick in the face.
This poor Frederick.
Frederick is going to get stabbed in the face. What do they got? They have got... Okay, yep, no, that is enough to kill him. So in front of your eyes, Amina, Frederick, you're not sure who your thrown dagger hit. You hear squeaking and yelling and screaming and all sorts of horrible noises. But then as you watch, 2 more rats just seem to come out of nowhere and basically jump on Frederick, and he goes down screaming and gurgling under a flurry of stabbing knives and lashing tails.
Run away!
Thomas!
I'm going
Oh,
to
no,
start.
wait, I forgot this guy. Hang on, let's see. He didn't get to charge. Oh, but he still does a thing. That is... Okay. Ouch, he gets badly stabbed. Reinhard, why did you not run? But yes, Thomas, now your turn. Sorry.
Well, I'm gonna see the mess that. Well, through the dark, there's a bit of the mess of what happens to Frederick. I'm yelling out to the others that there's more out there on the deck of the ship. And then I'm going to flip open my grimoire and start channeling.
Alrighty. And that's your action for the turn?
Yes. So let's see how well I do on channeling. Honestly,
Yep.
I'm hoping for a crit.
You can do it. We believe in you.
Do it, Doug! That's the opposite of doing it.
No, I'm going to fate. I'm going to reroll that. Is it
Alright.
fate or fortune?
Fortune.
I'm back.
You don't want to spend fate. They keep you alive, kind of.
So let's say fate points are the only reason why I might get out of this situation. Or if somebody throws me a rope, or a tree branch, or something.
If I lower my crowbar, can I lift? Oh god, that's
I
even
have.
worse.
This is definitely going to do something. It's just not going to be positive.
Yeah, so what happens with a fumbling failure when you're casting magic?
Let's see.
Oh. Oh god, he's gonna explode in the middle of the boat.
I'm glad I'm already in the water.
The room that you're all in.
Okay, fucking PDF is not loading for me.
It was just a channeling, right?
Yeah, he was
This is a
only channeling.
channeling, but I have to find the fucking channeling page. because
Fumble.
the PDF
Any
is not
failed
opening pages.
double digits. Major miscast roll?
Large flow is dangerous. You count any double as a fumble. If you fumble a channeling test, you suffer a miscast roll 1d100 and consult the major miscast table.
Oh boy.
Oh goodness.
Wait,
Oh,
you just
boy.
go straight to the major, not the minor?
You get a major on a critical fumble on channeling.
Where's the major miscast table?
It's on like 235.
Okay.
But no, wait, that's just a fumbling failure. That's not a critical fumbling failure. Or is this the same thing?
No.
He didn't roll a double, he just rolled a 95 plus.
If you fumble a channeling test, you suffer a miscast.
Yeah, consult them me.
Which
Yeah,
is basically a double or the top 5 percentile.
Yep.
So yeah, major miscast. This is gonna be bad.
This is going to be very interesting. I'm dead, guys.
Hopefully only you are dead.
Actually,
and
no.
not every-
There's really not that many things that are actually really bad. You know,
For you.
like no. Honestly, most of them are only bad for me.
Ragdoll sounds
Alright,
like
well,
the
roll
best option.
Roll you 1d100.
Oh lord.
Come on, let's go as high as possible. 83.
Oh,
Foul
fuck me.
enfeeblement. Gain 1 corruption, prone, and fatigue.
Oh,
And prone.
You shit yourself.
no, that's the next one down.
True.
The next one down is you shit yourself. I've just kind of suddenly gone all weird, falling over, and I'm tired.
All limp.
Oh lord.
Okay, Thomas. Let me see. What am I going to give you for... There we go. You are
Freak
now prone.
wizard.
Alright,
My
so yes,
back.
you all see Thomas flipping through his grimoire, and as you feel the winds of magic picking up around him, starting to whip at his robes and his hair, and the glow starting to build in his hands, all of a sudden something just kind of makes a weird farting noise and then falls over.
I have to double check the wording on this talent though, if it does anything here or not. As soon as my fucking PDF fucking registers that I'm looking at it.
What talent are you looking at?
I just feel like that is appropriate for what just happened here.
It's only for successful ones, so no.
Well, you try.
I cannot miscast when I succeed on channeling. I can still miscast when I fail at channeling.
I see.
Yeah, but if you miscast normally, you get the other one, doesn't you? The other chart. Then that's a bad chart.
Yeah, you get a minor one if you crit succeed. Let's see. First point of corruption as I fall over and get
Yep.
tired.
Yep. Time to have a nap, Thomas.
I contributed.
My maximum corruption is 7, and I'm already 1 point of the way there.
Oof.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Maximum corruption. What is mine? I don't know anything.
Might just grow a tentacle or start oozing pus or something. Don't worry about it.
All
Or
right.
die.
So yeah, Thomas is prone, and he'll pick himself up on his next turn. Having killed the clan rat and hearing the fuss and the screaming going on around him, Raymond is going to turn. He's going to have seen Amina running past him, and then from past her hear the screaming death of Frederick, who I forgot to actually tag as dead. So just give me a sec. Frederick, you're so dead. And he's going to turn. He's going to run up behind Amina and kind of look around her, and he's going to put his staff out in front of her and say, "Get back, my lady. You must be careful. These beasts are foul."
Yes! I totally did not throw that dagger.
Blame it on the clan rat.
I
On
am.
the plus side, he's so badly murdered. I'm pretty sure they won't notice the one dagger wound.
I'm going
Alright,
to collect my dagger
Talcon.
back. It's my dagger. Oh! Oh, hold on. I just realized something.
What up?
That had that practical on it. It has a practical quality on it.
What's it do?
Practical. +1 SL on failed test.
Oh, well, it still killed it. It still contributed to his death.
Alright.
But the thing is, I
Technically-
could have spent a fortune to make it.
He
Because I
still would
was.
have gotten stabbed by rats.
He still would have
Yeah.
gotten stabbed by rats, but I still would have hit the gutter runner.
True. Oh well. Live and learn.
Die and learn a lot quicker.
Speaking of which,
Talcon.
can Talcon actually see a rope?
Yeah, there are plenty of ropes along the side of the boat. Pretty much for moving cargo around, or for situations like this, where someone throws himself overboard.
I didn't throw myself overboard. I threw something else overboard. I just went with it to make sure I got to its destination safely.
Is it close enough that I can actually pick it up and toss it over?
Yeah,
Or do
so
I need to
the-
move?
you will need to make a small movement to go and get it, because it's kind of at the prow of the boat.
Also, keep in mind, my hands are kind of busy right now, so I ain't grabbing a rope.
Also, the rope isn't actually anchored to anything, so if you just toss it over here, Andy will now have a rope.
A second
No,
rope.
I'm gonna say that there is an anchored rope that Talcon can get to.
It's just a mooring line that's probably tied up on the front.
Yeah.
Well, at least you'll have it whenever you try and swim up.
Someone's at my door. I'll
I
be right back.
appreciate you doing that.
All right.
That's-
So yeah, there's now a rope. They're in the fridge.
Is a rope in the fridge? Why'd you
No,
put your
no.
rope in the fridge? You have to keep it cold?
My
Is this ice
mojitos
rope?
are in the fridge.
I'm still working on ice rope here. Hold on.
All right. So Talcon, you've thrown the rope overboard. Wolfheart is empowered and emboldened by his success with Talcon's help. So he is going to go and see. Thank you very much. He's going to go and see if he can make it over to.
He can.
He can charge over to that rat.
Because I checked earlier, because if I could reach it, he can reach it.
Excellent, which means he is going. Thank you very much, Alto. He is going to get another boop for his charge.
Well, the clan would be surprised because it's turned around.
You know what? I will say that it is. So that's.
He's trying to concentrate on stabbing Reinhardt there.
Yes, he is. So yeah, it's not going to notice Wolfhard coming up behind him.
And he gets another advantage.
Yep. So another advantage. He's going to get +20 from that. He's going to get +20 from now outnumbering the rat, which means he's got a nice plus many.
Plus a lot.
Yeah.
Flanking also gives you a plus something.
So it does, and it means the rat can't counter him either, because he's behind it, like you all were saying before.
He's about to get blackjacked.
Oh yeah, that rat is gonna just be fucking wanged over the head real hard. Okay, so that is. How many degrees of success was that? So that was plus 40, so it was 70. So plus 40 from the bonus, plus 20 from the surprise, plus 30 from all the advantage, or plus 20 from the advantages?
I think it's. I think. I don't remember. I don't remember when the advantage actually takes into hold. Oof.
Okay. Either way, he's gonna do a damage to a rat and get another advantage for a successful melee. And so you are dead. You're over here fighting. Meinrad, what are you doing? Meinrad is going to see Thomas fall over. Is Altor back at his desk?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so Meinrad is going to see Thomas fall over. He can't really see what's going on up here because it's above him. He's down on the lower part of the deck. And he can't see what's going on here. So he's going to run over to Thomas and try and help him up and ask him if he's okay and all of those sorts of things. He's terrified of you as a wizard, but he thinks if he's good to you, then you won't blow his boat up. Little does he know.
I was trying.
All right. And
But-
Wen is going to kind of gather up with the rest of you and move at your lead, unless Aldemar tells him specifically what to do.
There's just a big pile of people in the corner with a big pile of corpses.
That is true.
Also, I'll be right back.
He is emboldened by what has happened. Owen,
Indeed.
your wizard fell down.
I know. But hmm. Should we go and fight the group of rats over there?
That is the question.
Not sure if that's wise.
As I said, not fighting the group of rats over there gets your apothecary and the boat captain murdered. Well, the first mate. Boat captain's in here.
Yep. So running is 16 yards, right? I guess I'll run there, yeah.
All right. You can, if you can reach that with a run, you can declare it as a charge action.
But a charge has to be a melee attack. Doesn't it?
Would he not be doing a melee attack? I'm confused.
No, because he's next to the boat captain.
Oh, he's running over there. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
those are
No, I thought,
friendlies.
sorry, I thought you were running to the rat. Sorry, I saw a fucking arrow over by the rat, and I'm like, okay.
I'm
Sorry,
thinking
yeah.
I might do assessment using intuition to try and gain some advantage.
Okay, absolutely.
In combat, successful intuition test may be used to give you +1 advantage.
Yep. I'm happy for you to do the thing. Does that mean you have to roll the intuition test? It does, doesn't it?
I need to roll it. It's
Yep.
a roll. Decision is not great, but I'm gonna lose 1 point of advantage if I do not get something done.
All right.
You
Sounds
could swing
fair.
an arrow at him.
Oh yeah, Raymond needs to lose his advantage because he didn't do anything.
Let's see.
Nope.
I got the exact same number as Thomas.
I think
rolling a
roll
lot
20
of duplicate numbers. Yeah.
I think roll 20's being dicky tonight. Alright, you gonna re-roll that, or are you just gonna suffer for it?
Yeah, I guess I still have 2. So I'll give it another roll. Intuition. It's not. At least it's not fumbling failure.
Yep. Okay, so that's Owen's turn. Theobald! What would you and Small Dog like to do?
I think we are a bit far away from the action at the moment, but on the positive side, we can move over here, and then I can sling a rock at the
At the gutter runner?
yeah.
Excellent!
How does advantage work with ranged weapons?
At your advantage, but
You don't gain anything, right?
You can gain advantage on a hit, but you don't gain advantage if you like resist.
Okay, so I have plus 20, I think. Oh, that's bad.
That was real bad.
I should probably spend whatchamacallit, fortune, or what allows you to reroll.
fortune rerolls.
Okay, I think my no, I'm in this wrong mode. Fortune, zoom. Yay!
Excellent!
There you go.
Much better.
Stuff.
Left arm.
Okay, left arm, yep. Alright.
Do any damage, you've successfully outmaneuvered your opponent. If you wound an opponent without engaging in a post test, you gain 1 advantage.
So you get another advantage for that. Alright, so you didn't hit his head, so you don't get to stun him, unfortunately.
Yep.
But 6 damage, that's plus... so you got it on the nose, so you got 6 damage. Alright, what are his stats? What have I done with you? Gotta run
I think the dog loses an advantage since he couldn't do anything.
End of the round, yes.
Yep, okay.
This is the end of the round. Yes.
Yeah, it's Theobald is the last one.
Yeah.
Right,
I rolled a 1.
Yeah, unfortunately, you only do 1 wound to it, but you do give it a wound.
Yes.
You do manage to hurt the gutter runner. You and Lorelei have both done equal damage to the gutter runners so far.
Yay!
Because I did its wound at the end of the round, so at the end of its turn rather than the end of the round. But
Lorelei.
it is now Lorelei's turn again.
How you
Alright.
doing?
I'm doing alright.
Great.
So this is opposed strength checks for the grappling again.
Yep.
Okay, and you get your extra masses of bonuses. It's no longer surprised, so there's that at least. Nice. So it remains grappled. You continue to grapple it.
And it takes my strength bonus plus success level and wounds through its arm.
Oh, it does? Okay, cool.
That's the grappling thing.
All right, cool.
I guess it keeps drowning also, so...
Bear
So
hug.
that is... That's 9, and it doesn't get its armor.
It doesn't get its armor. It does still get its toughness.
Toughness, yeah. Toughness, which toughness of rats is not spectacular, so that is... Alright. The gutter runner is trying to wheel and scratch at you and trying its best, but It's not really managing to get any purchase on you. Its claws and its daggers keep getting caught up in your clothes as you wrestle in the lazy current of the river. You occasionally kind of break out and manage to gasp for breath, but because you have supremacy over the grapple, it means you can still keep its head underwater, and it does not get to gasp for breath. Right,
At this point, I would
Dave.
just like to say to the rat, bitch, I am stronger than you.
I'm back.
Yeah, but it can't do. I mean, you are stronger than it, and if you didn't have it in a grapple, it would be running the fuck away right now.
Oh no, I know. And that's why we're in the fucking river.
Alright. Dane hears all of the noise, hears all the commotion. She sees Erwin go belting out. She's not going to be shown up by a guest on her boat, so she's just going to go belting out behind Erwin. But she's going to lose her advantage because she's not doing anything this round. Aldemar!
Come on, NPCs. I believe in you. I will be cheering for you from inside here.
You
You're not going
pansy.
out in plan mob the rats?
Yes, I am. Shh. Running over here.
Some miracles around.
That you are thinking exactly what I'm thinking. Sigmar. Protect the.
Alright, yep. And yes, you
Sigmar.
are absolutely correct. If Andy had have fucked that, Talcon would have been going over the edge with him.
Sigmar, protect your blessed.
Does
Pray.
Sigmar believe in you like you believe in Sigmar?
Pray like you've never
doesn't-
prayed before.
Does advantage apply to prey?
I think it applies to any
It
action in
applies to
combat, doesn't it?
anything. And you'll
It
also
says any appropriate action.
yeah,
Why
and
ask?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that it's gonna apply to praying in combat as well, because you're praying for Sigmar's blessing on this combat that you're getting the advantage from, so...
Let's see. Each advantage you secure adds plus 10 to any
Oh.
appropriate combat test or psychology test.
and
Regardless, he rolled a critical success.
you should gain an advantage for using skill.
It's not opposed. I don't think you get an
Yeah.
advantage just for doing a prey.
But he doesn't lose any.
Oh, speaking of which, I lose one advantage because I haven't gained any.
Okay.
Yeah, I already took mine off.
Actually, Talcon, I'm gonna say that you don't lose an advantage for this round. You don't gain one, but you did a useful action.
Yeah,
In that you tried to
assessing
make sure that Lorelei won't drown.
the thing is, I'm seeing like this top one on the cheat sheet. It says assess situation using a skill. I don't know if
Well,
those
that's your
skills.
intuition test. That's an intuition test. That's under skills.
I said I'm just gonna say that because he did a useful action,
He
even though
doesn't
there was
lose
no
it.
test involved, because he did, as I said, I'm not gonna give him an advantage for what he did, but he's not gonna lose any.
Works for me.
So Aldemar got
Game rule.
10 success levels and a critical success.
Yeah. So Aldemar, what does your prayer do?
That was wrong. Actually, I fucked that up. It should have been it should have been against 80, but I wrote it as plus 80 because I wasn't.
Oh,
So it's a
33 against 80. So
That's still
80,
a good
70,
success.
60, 50, 40, 30. That's 6 success levels.
Mm-hmm.
and
And a critical, but the critical, but the critical doesn't matter.
It means your god's
Prey.
extra happy with you. Enjoy the blessing.
Indeed. So that's going to be 3x. So I'm casting Blessing of Protection, and I've got 3 extra targets. So I'm also going to protect Ermina, Erwin, and Dane.
And what does this do?
It means that whenever a rat wants to attack you, it needs to pass a plus 20 willpower check to do so. And Skaven's willpower is terrible.
It's fucking balls.
Okay.
I will say a gutter runner's willpower is marginally better than a clan rat's, but it's still not good.
I was considering Blessing of Battle, but I figured Blessing of Protection is better because it gives you a slightly better than 50% chance for any given attack to just automatically be shut down.
Yes. Alright, and it's the gutter runner's turn. And the gutter runner is now standing there with no target. It turns, it looks around and assesses the situation.
It's a
Sees
mob
a
of people.
rather large mob of people looking at it with murder in its eyes. So it is going to instead fling itself over here and stab Reinhard in the back.
No, it's a
Come.
conga line of death.
Come back here and fight like a dude.
That is a pass for it.
I think
And
it made a
he...
terrible mistake. The small dog can reach him.
Yes.
But the thing is, the gutter runner couldn't see the small dog from where it was.
Gonna soon.
So small dog gets surprised.
So he was surprised because it's behind him. It doesn't get... What's the bonus for flanking?
A plus 20.
Plus 20, so that's plus 40 and 10 and plus 10 for his advantage from the charge. So that's plus 50. So that is 84. Okay. 11 minus 3. Oh, Reinhard, no! Reinhard gets ganked from behind by a gutter runner. And the gutter runner is... Now, where is that rule gone?
And everything continues according to plan.
But he
Indeed.
can't
according
move
to
up.
Kigaku.
He can't move up to attack
Okay.
Wolfhard.
Okay.
Is there any reason we would want one of these alive?
No.
No.
Not alive, but we might
Not
want
in
the
the
corpses for.
slightest.
We don't want them alive, but we might want a corpse or two for proof.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as I'd say, I'm keeping this one because I'm gonna get me an ear and make a necklace.
You can have the entire rat if you want. We want them as a.
I can't
Okay.
make a necklace out of the entire.
It cannot deathblow Wolfhard, thankfully. So, Wolfhard, you're a lucky, lucky man. If the conga line of death hadn't existed, Wolfhard would have then got deathblow attacked.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wolfhard
the
might have
gutter-
been okay though, if it's for advantage.
That is true. Amina!
Quick thing. What about the one that I'm grappled with?
Oh yeah, keep forgetting about that. It's gonna try again. It fails spectacularly. Roll your strength with all of your bonuses.
It's a fumble. 96.
Hey! So how much damage is that?
I don't think I do the damage on an opposed one. I think just nothing happens and I gain an advantage.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So you get another advantage.
Yeah.
It doesn't get to go anywhere.
It's basically on his turn. He can do damage while he's still got it under his control.
Okay, so yes. Amina, the gutter runner has flung itself past you in a single leap. It didn't even run, it just kind of bounced from where it was. And you hear the gurgling scream of another man going down under its dual-bladed daggers. You have got 2 clan rats in front of you.
One of whom's been poisoned, so I don't even need to worry about him.
No, none of the clan rats got poisoned.
Oh.
It was
Well,
Frederick who got poisoned.
Technically, if I had actually
Yep.
noticed the practical, the gutter runner should have been poisoned. But I forgot those daggers were practical.
What will
Technically.
Amina do?
I love it. Yes.
Am I
do it.
that dumb? Because these guys go next. And this
They do.
guy right here is trying to, like, bar me from moving.
Just step out behind him.
He's not exactly trying to bar you from moving. He's just trying to protect you because, as far as he knows, you're a young woman who is not Dane. Dane is a special case.
Dane is
You
a
know-
very
Believes-
special case.
He believes you're delicate and fair and should not be subjected to this horrific violence.
I'd feel a lot
He
better about
doesn't
that gutter runner if it got stabbed with a poison dagger.
Yeah, I would too. Am I that dumb? At this point, yes, I am that dumb.
Do it.
But I'm not gonna
Take
stand
attack of
there.
one into a river. You can't take the dumb trophy. So anything you're going to do is less dumb than that.
Lorelei, please speak only in Borgo.
And we'll go find one of those little water bird whistles and only speak through it until I'm out of the river.
Yeah, new rule. Andy has to have a mouthful of water anytime he wants to say something.
Oh, jeez, I am that dumb.
Not sure if speaking in drowned or Murloc.
Don't gurgle with canned mojitos. Oh, God.
Why would you think that was a good idea?
Oh, that sounds horrid.
I'm drinking while I'm GMing.
That's the best way to GM, right? Sizer, why didn't you think of this?
He did years ago.
Probably.
Like, you think he's been sober this whole time?
I'm not gonna comment.
Sizer drinks heavier than Timo does.
I think there was one time where I GM'd while actively drunk.
I have GMs while actively drunk. Things didn't go well.
Irmina, before we turn into an AA.
Before we
I have tea, so I'm good.
I have coffee. I'm good. But because if I kill the gutter runner, I'm gonna get murder fucked by 3 clan rats. Most likely.
That is a good point.
But
The-
fuck it.
But fuck it.
But fuck it. Yeah, pretty much. Because she's gonna come up behind it with the poison dagger and try to stab. So I get the +1 advantage for charging. I'm behind him. So he
Yep, so you get your
can't.
+20.
He can't.
He can't try and dodge or counter attack it. You
So-
get +20 from surprise.
So I'm at a. It caps at +60.
No, there's no cap on your
Okay,
bonuses
so
in
this is
system.
+70.
Mhm.
Cause yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that's a critical success.
Yeah, that is a
That's
critical.
gonna hurt.
That's a crit to his arm. Let me find the crit tables again.
He fucking dies.
I bet he's gonna die. Because that is 15. That's enough to get him down to 1 wound just with a single strike.
And then the critical. Which, no matter
Yep,
what I roll, deals 1 wound. But I'll still roll it, because, yeah.
Where the fuck did the crit table go? 172. There we go.
53.
Okay, critical to the right arm, 53. Head, arm, 53. Clean break. You broke his fucking arm! And
She
you did
just-
damage at the same time.
All you guys... All Raymond is going to see as he's saying stay back is her headlong charge after the gutter runner that just murdered Reinhard, screaming and stabbing it.
Can we all agree Armina's not allowed to characterize herself as a non-combatant? Sure.
Don't wake up.
Very wholeheartedly.
Don't wake up Mama Bear. She was having a good night's sleep.
Okay. The
So
gutter runner is gonna scream horribly. It's gonna whip around at you, Amina, and you're gonna feel the lash of its tail against your hand. I would like you to please roll an agility check to try and maintain your hold on your dagger.
I did a successful attack, so I get.
I know. This is
I'm
flavor.
trying to keep. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying.
I don't think
Just keep
advantage works for this though, does it?
It's a
Never mind.
skill.
I don't know.
Because it's not a combat test like the others were. Is it?
It's still in the same vein of like a dodge or something like that.
Fair enough.
So I will allow it.
Okay, so you said agility.
Yep.
Agility. I'm getting up there. Agility plus 60.
Very nicely done. Okay, yeah, so the rat's tail lashes you across the hand, and it hurts quite a lot. It's very thick and muscular and stings when it hits your hand, but you manage to keep a hold of your dagger, which is no sort of comfort for the gutter runner as it collapses in a screaming, bleeding heap on the deck. The three clan rats that remain, two that are fully alive, and one that is in severe danger of being ganked from both sides, start looking around quite nervously and backing towards the boat railing.
They just saw a mad woman charge a boat and stab a gutter runner.
They just saw a man thing take a gutter runner out in a single shot. This is big. Okay. Oh no. Okay, so this rat flings itself overboard and is gone in the water.
She's not combat oriented. She was never built for this, but she just racks up advantages and you pissed her off because you woke her up.
Okay, so this clan rat is, despite everything, is going to still try and attack Wolfhard.
Get him, Wolfhard.
It's not going to go so well. Wolfhard is going to fuck it up.
I am glad I saved him. He is the best of the bunch.
He's apparently a fucking combat wombat. Okay, so he gets another advantage out of that. The clan rat doesn't. The clan rat doesn't get to run away either because it tried to attack him. This clan rat is not going to flee, but it is going to try and run somewhere. Let's see where it's going to go.
I tired rat bastard.
Okay. Alright. It is going to try and go around here because it also did not realize that there was a little dog. So it's going to present itself quite nicely for a little dog. Thomas, you're up.
Doesn't
I
it lose
actually-
its advantage?
Yes, it does lose its advantage. That's
Did I
right.
actually get helped up off the ground by
You
Minrad?
did, yes, yes. That's what he spent his turn doing, so you are no longer prone.
Yeah. In that case, I'm gonna step through here. I'm not going to try channeling this time because channeling is apparently just bad for my health.
Before this combat ends, I will cast a spell.
I am going to cast Dancing Lights.
Disco lights. Dance party.
I'm going to point my staff at this rat daddy over here and try and throw another dart.
Mhm.
Don't fuck up.
Now with a penalty because I'm tired.
Oh god. It's only getting worse. Oh hey!
Hey!
Success!
Okay, what does critical success do apart from I can do a miscast if I feel like it? Critical cast, fuck, where is it? I think I can choose one of 3 different effects. So I can either do a critical cast, which is if it causes damage, it just also inflicts a critical wound. I can cast it no matter its CN, and Yeah, spell this cast no matter its the end and my roll or my roll success level. It can be dispelled or it just can't be cancelled out. So I'm going to go with critical cast.
Okay, so how many wounds does it do to start with?
It's success level plus my willpower bonus, so 6.
Okay. Is there any reduction?
Reduced from both, I think, toughness and armor.
This spell kind of sucks.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
like
a very
level
minor
6
spell. Yeah.
It's the pettiest of basic magic missiles.
Okay, not like D&D magic missiles that just fucking hit you for sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are just automatic hit and do like D4 plus 1.
But yeah, does he get reduction? Can you check that?
Yeah, it is reduced.
By both?
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
both? Okay.
Unless it says otherwise, then they apply. I
Okay.
mean, like,
But you still did 1 wound. That is enough to trigger
Which
the
means
crit.
I still get a crit.
Yep. So roll you 1d100. 66. Wow. Okay. 66 damage artery. Gain 4 bleeding conditions.
I think,
And 4 wounds.
and considering it's a fire spell, I just gave him the worst case of heartburn.
make that river run red, rat.
It is bleeding.
Profusely.
Isn't that like 4 wounds each
Yes.
turn?
Yep.
Yeah, so at the end of this round, it's going to take 4 wounds.
Yeah, bleeding -1 wound and around -10 to
That's if it
resist
survives the little
festering
dog. I don't think it's going to survive the little dog.
Little
honestly.
dog, aim for the right
at
arm.
0 wounds, unconscious, and 10% chance to bleed death per bleeding condition.
This rat chose poorly. All right, Raymond. Raymond sees Hermina charging off towards the clan rat. And in the darkness and the confusion and the screaming, he's going to charge off after her, only to find that the clan rat is dead. So he carries on to try and attack this rat. So
He runs past Hermina, kind of covered slightly in blood, glaring at a corpse.
So I think I get advantage because I did a damage with an unopposed test.
Yes,
Yes.
you outmaneuvered. That's called an outmaneuvering
Yep.
something. So you get 1
So
advantage.
yeah, and you get a dot.
Hey, you've got a dot now too! Yay!
Yay!
Okay, so Raymond. Oh, Raymond, why? Plus 20, plus 10 from that. Is he flanking at that side? Plus 20, 30.
If he's facing Wolfhard directly, then yes, that's a flank
Yeah.
attack.
So that's plus 50. That's still not going to be enough to fucking kill it, to hurt it. So let's see. It was only 1 degree of failure, but it failed. Alright, no, he still succeeds because he failed. They both got 1 success level of failure. So he just gets +1 to his attack. Alright then. That is 9 minus 5. So that is 4 damage to the rat. Not
Bonk.
quite enough to kill it, but he at least gets another advantage. Talcon!
Lorelei
gonna
dead yet?
Tucker's gonna reach into his bag and huck a rock at the gun runner.
No.
Alright then. I'm gonna say that that's gonna be a -10 to the roll because they are really wriggling around in the water. This is even more difficult than a normal.
It's a -20. It was a -20 for me.
Yeah,
No,
it's a
actually,
minus.
Nope, grapples are
That's it.
different.
And because it's a grapple and it's at lower advantage, you get +20 for that, unless you're having the -10 override the +20.
Yeah, so it's -10 off of the +20, which means it's only going to be a +10.
Plus his
Let me
advantage.
calculate the
miss.
bonuses right now. Let's see, I get +10 because of the grapple, plus 30 because of the advantage, and I get another +10 because I'm.
Because it's
Aiming
bigger
it-
than you.
Is there aiming in this system?
Yeah, but you gotta take an entire turn for it.
Oh, entire turn. Okay.
Yep.
Damn, that is a good success.
That is.
That's a really
It's a rock.
How could
Quality.
you just stole your kill, Lorelai?
Quality. It's a rock.
For everything you've done, a rock just comes soaring out of there and bashes it.
Yeah,
In the right
you're-
leg.
You are fighting this rat. It is slippery. It is trying to get away from you. It's trying to scratch at you, and then all of a sudden, and you're not sure why, it just goes limp, Lorelai, and then it's no longer struggling. And the only thing that you find is that trailing along next to you in the water, brushing gently against your arm, is a piece of rope.
All right. Well, I'm
All
hanging on
right.
to the rat. I'm keeping it.
Yeah, hanging on to the
You
rat.
were saved by
grabbing the rope.
Spider-Man.
Wolfhard, come on, you can do it. You can kill this, Wolfhard. You can do it. I believe in you, buddy.
Got 5 advantage, so I'd certainly hope so.
And then plus 20 because of outnumbering.
Yep. That's not looking good, but so that's plus 50, which is that's still a pass for him. And that is a fail for the rat. So Wolfhard does get an attack off on the rat. And he does do enough damage to kill it.
Yay.
Hooray!
Hooray!
All right. And then as quickly as it all began, there's suddenly just the noise of the water rushing under the boat, the wind in the leaves around you.
It's
And
still
one
I
rat
know.
bleeding to death.
Yeah, one rat reading. I forgot about that one. When? Do something.
When?
When kills it, oh, I will kill it.
When? Still to
People can
kill.
actually reach it.
I believe when can reach it.
Yep, he
No,
can.
yeah, he can, yep.
You humans with your long legs.
When is going to discover that he knows the exploding palm technique.
When is going to try. He's going to scream his little heart out. He's going to try and run through the door and come out and attack this rat. He's
When
gonna,
When you
Counter
get an
attack.
advantage.
Yes.
he's gonna get himself one advantage. When you can do this, I believe in you, Wen.
I pray that he hits the right arm and it just kind of explodes out with blood.
Okay.
I really hope that the rat gets a critical on its parry and criticals win.
What's Wen ever done to you? He's only ever been helpful.
We need one less Sigma, I do agree.
Exactly. They're multiplying. There are too many of them. The one's unbearable enough, and this one's small enough to huck over a railing.
Alright, so he gets plus 10 from his charge.
When?
He's gonna do his very fucking best. Oh, Wen.
Oh, when?
When?
His very best is a failure.
His very best. It's only just a failure, though.
How does the rat do?
The rat fails too, and the rat. He's got a better skill than the rat, so he does actually beat the rat.
He's gonna do damage to the
When?
rat.
You can do it, Wen.
Well, no,
we
he
believe in
failed.
you.
So it's just the advantage for him for charging.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
We still
Alright.
need to succeed to hit.
Oh yeah, so so he's just got his advantage. So he didn't actually do any damage to it, but he, unless you guys want him to use one of his points, he has 2 fortune points.
Yeah,
You
fuck yeah,
now.
fortunate.
So that was a yes, was it?
Sure, reroll it.
Hey,
Huh.
look at you, Wen. Look at you with your hand weapon.
Who'd have thunk it?
What is his strength bonus? 2. So 6. He does 1 wound to the rat.
Job.
Does he do it to the
Wen.
right arm?
Oh,
I don't
Christ.
think that's probably a body shot.
53, yeah.
Huh. Take that.
Kidney punch.
Owen, it's your turn.
Okay, let's finish this.
Did it like an adult.
Jane.
Yeah.
charge, outnumbering.
Yep.
That's
Hit
plus
the-
20, additional plus 20, so plus 40 in total.
Hit
Yep.
the right arm. That's the weak spot.
I'll try. I might accidentally hit something else.
Not many people know if you touch a Skaven in the right arm, they just explode.
Apparently so.
Yeah, let's see. So 2 plus 40.
That's where I hit the gutter rudder, isn't it? The right arm.
You hit it in the head.
Get it in the head instead. Right. So you did 8 damage. So -5. So it's still plugging along. It's kind of squeaking and trying to grapple its way along the deck away from you. It's really quite pathetic. Now I'm making myself feel bad because this is really awful.
Well,
If you just leave it alone, it will die.
it
breathing.
didn't roll, so it gets a roll
yeah.
too.
Yeah. That's right. No, it failed.
Yeah, so I get advantage.
You do.
I don't need it, but whatever.
Theobald!
Kill Steel! Little dog!
Dog.
Fall on, go for
Garbanog! Kill it!
it.
It's the doggo.
It's the dog's duty. Kill it.
Little doggy's gonna jump off the crate.
At the throat.
Go
At
for
the
the
arm.
throat.
That's another advantage.
Yep.
Charging.
And 3 to 1 is a plus 40. So you have like a plus.
I'm pretty sure that's a hit for a small dog. 'Cause
Plus
he's rolling a
60.
plus 60.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep,
Rat
so
can't oppose
Rat-
him because got him in the side.
Yes, he did.
I think Timo might be muted. Oh, he can't talk.
Oh, sorry. I was muted.
You were muted.
I was muted. So it's weapon +5. So.
Oh my god, he hit the right arm.
He did! He hit the right arm! Because it's a 38, which is the right arm.
I think he takes the arm with him because.
Because this rat now has 6 bleeding conditions on it. How,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put us all out of our misery. It only had 2 wounds left anyway, so
Yeah,
it's
Bleeds
yeah.
out.
fucking dead.
Yeah.
Right now, you have the silence of the night, the boat floating down the river, the wind rushing through the trees, and the water beneath you.
Yeah, I think
Angry
we just
splashing
sail
us.
off.
The angry splashing of a Tau priest trying to drag up a rat.
Sigma grants us victory.
Indeed. I mean, we're all here. Everyone's fine. So let's just sail off.
Everyone important is fine. So yes,
We've achieved victory and no one died.
no one important died.
We are all at the boat still.
All right.
No one
However,
jumped off for no reason.
there is half the crew was sleeping downstairs.
And they're all dead.
And they're all dead.
Well,
Ooh.
you haven't had anyone come up out from under decks.
They're all dead.
Crap. Okay, everyone form up as one and let's explore the below decks.
I have a better idea. We set the boat on
Tired.
fire and leave.
No Goodman Thorn pockets.
We did it with the tavern.
That is different. We didn't need to ride the tavern to get to our destination.
Also, our hosts might be quite upset with us if we tried.
If we burn
Yeah.
this boat, we're walking through the Reichwald and we will die.
Dane's just gonna look at you all as you're discussing this with a hammer over her shoulders, and she'll be like, "And it's gonna be pretty bleeding hard to try and walk with both your ankles smashed."
And saying, I am the fire wizard, and I'm the one saying we shouldn't burn the boat.
All right, and she's gonna look around and she's gonna be like, where's Blondie?"
Still in the water.
Yeah, can I climb up the rope and drag the rat up with me?
Yeah, where is the rules for
God.
carrying weight
We
It-
or encumbrance?
It might be more if you need to
Signal.
hold onto the rope and be pulled up.
Edwin's
And then
gonna
I-
come and pull you up.
Oh
In the
yeah,
name
if you
of
want to do that, that's
Sigmar.
great.
We mourn the tragic loss of the tall light priest.
I'm still here.
Okay, yeah. If you kind of wrap the rope around yourself and the rat, then Erwin and anyone else who wants to help can pull you up.
Everyone else who
Raymond
wants to help.
Raymond will come over and help you. And
Yeah,
so
because
will
Falcon is not the strongest, as you might imagine.
so will Wolfhard. Wolfhard is going to come and
Oh
help.
god. Talcum throws the rope to get Lorelei up. Lorelei grabs the rope, just pulls Talcum over.
Ermina's gonna be helping too.
All right, no problems. All right, so yeah, between the lot of you, you set up kind of like a tug of war kind of setup, and you all manage to pull Lorelei and her grim, dripping prize up with her.
I am
got
not
this.
helping.
Talcum's holding on, suspended above the ground.
Pretty much. And Dane's gonna look at you, Aldemar, and then she's gonna look at the stairs that lead down to the below decks, and she's just gonna say, "Rest of my crew's dog food, isn't it?"
That
You didn't go up
is
during your
most
mate.
likely.
It's a good chance if they ain't come out yet. They're all gone.
And I guess we're all losing an advantage because, well,
Yeah.
that
we
fight
need-
for a while.
We need
Oh.
to ascertain that firsthand if there are any survivors from us
Also,
or
I want
these
to.
rat.
As I said, before we go down below, I want to take my gutter runner and stash it in one of the crates.
Okay.
Well, there's a bunch open, free ones at this point.
A bunch of crates with holes in them now.
Yeah, I just want to put it in. Well, just in case they come and like they're gathering up their dead or some shit or trying to run away. I don't want them to get mine.
Yeah, he wanted its pelt.
Do one spell. I'm gonna make a cloak.
You don't want a rat fur pelt.
He's still gonna try, you know it.
It gets you
I know.
stabbed a lot in Vermintide.
It will be very cramped, very dark down there. So I
Yes.
suggest we order our line for optimal chances of success. NPCs go first.
Well, yeah, Dane is gonna lead the procession down into the underdecks.
So I'll go second.
Yep.
I'm assuming we're lighting up a torch or two so we can see, because otherwise I'm gonna have to do some spells.
Yeah, no, there are torches handed out and lit up and handed around.
Ah, you humans and your weak night vision.
Let's send up a
You wanna
conga
take
line.
point?
Why torches? Do we not have lanterns?
Torches,
Violet.
lanterns, whatever you've got.
Some form of light source that doesn't involve me casting a spell right now.
Torches are very inefficient.
Lanterns, fine. I misspoke, alright? But yes, both of your daggers have lost their poison trait, by the way.
Yeah,
Amina,
I'll take it off.
because it was only contact poison, basically.
I'll take those
One
off.
of those charges was used on my favorite crewman.
You have no proof. You were over the side of the
You should-
boat.
You should have a new favorite crewman now, because to be quite frank, Wolfheart is a fucking legend.
I haven't
I
been
don't
told
know,
on the details yet. I just know that I liked the one.
I don't know. I feel like Frederick's death is a little suspicious, so I'm gonna need Ermina to perform an autopsy.
He was eviscerated
He was
by
poisoned.
rats.
Yeah, sounds about right.
We found nothing wrong.
Okay, is that another role for a little dog to sniff out rats, Theobald?
Yep.
Okay.
We roll it. She still passes.
Okay. I was gonna say he's still got the bonus anyway, because there's been plenty
Yeah.
around that he can smell the scent of them. And yeah, as you all form up and get your lanterns ready and start getting ready to go down below decks, sorry, pardon me, little dog is gonna belt down there, barking and yipping. And as you all follow him down there, with Dane in the lead, holding her lantern aloft, you will see a very grisly sight. The 5 men who were sleeping down here have all been slaughtered quite mercilessly. Their bodies are. There was no attempt at subtlety here. They were just taken upon and stabbed and basically torn to shreds. Dane is going to set her jaw and glare angrily at the carnage, while some of the other men who were with her kind of both make a make a make a sign of Sigma and mumble prayers under their breaths. And she's just gonna shake her head and just say, "Gather him up, wrap him in tarps. We'll give him a proper burial when we get to Altdorf." And she's gonna look around at the rest of you. What are these things, and where did they come from?
They appear to be some sort of rat men, and it looks like they came from the river.
And the crates.
That too.
Why are these things on my boat? Is this something to do with you and your mission?
Most likely these are some unusual form of beastmen, or perhaps some other vile creature of the wilds. I couldn't say, but clearly they meant us all ill. Perhaps they intended to rob us or feast upon us, or both.
They were in the crates. They came aboard when we took you aboard.
Well, yeah,
Devious.
but not our cargo.
Devious, vile creatures, and, as the good woman notes, not our cargo.
Hey, you know nothing of these things.
Precious
We know how to
little.
kill them pretty good.
Un momento, por favor. What was it again to tell if someone's lying?
Intuition.
Okay. And I know you're not strictly lying, Reeve, because I know the games you play. But she's going to try and see if she... I'm going to see if she believes that you know as little as you profess to know.
What's my role to deceive? I think it's cool.
I
believe so.
Yeah.
Wait, what? It's charm.
Is it charm?
I thought we've been this before, and
I
I
know.
argued previously it was charm, and I got told no.
I always forget about these things.
Like, I'm trying to figure out who's lying to who now.
Well,
I'm lying
we're
to
lying.
everyone.
We are the ones lying.
It's actually Troll.
Correction.
Yeah,
Adelmar's the one
Cool's
that's lying.
the one that Cool's the one that goes against the lying, and it's Charm that goes against the to be lying.
Okay.
Wait a second, let me check again just
Thing
to make
makes
sure.
sense.
Yeah.
Because there's no actual lying skill.
Yeah, that's the problem with this, is that it's very vague on what it actually. People think favorably of you, charm. It's charm to combat.
I don't know. I can't remember what I actually had to roll, but I remember we had this exact same argument before.
I
And I
know.
argued for charm on that basis, and ultimately I know it was something else.
Cool is generally used to resist other skills.
Like charm and intimidate.
Charm, intimidate. So she's not intimidate. Cool is the primary skill used to limit psychology. Just remaining calm under stress. See, the problem with it too is cool is generally used to resist other skills. Charm, intimidate, and similar. And trying to intuit if someone's lying falls under and similar to me. Public speaking.
If someone is actively trying to hide their intent, they may resist your intuition with cool or entertain acting. It is under intuition.
There we go. That's it. All right.
Yeah.
That's where we had the problem last time, because we kept looking at charm and cool, and then it's like, yeah, no, it's under intuition. Okay. So yeah, it is your cool, unfortunately.
No, that's okay. My cool's actually really good.
Well, that's good.
He's
Do I get any
really cool.
bonuses?
If you're all singing the same story, then I will give you a +20. Because you're ganging up on her, essentially.
Sure.
Okay. That is
Don't know
most...
what you're talking about.
Yeah, that is most assuredly a lot better than she could actually roll. So she's going to sort of narrow her eyes at you, but she's going to look across all of you, and you're all kind of nodding and generally making noises of agreement with Aldemar. So after a moment, she's going to just kind of nod, and then she's going to nod and then kind of turn away and then say, "You're going to have to help with running the ship, running the boat until we get to Altdorf. You're not getting a discount for this."
Ah. Do we get paid?
No.
I figured.
And yeah, so she'll head back up above decks.
When did labor become free?
When my men got killed. And yeah, she's gonna take that above deck, so she's gonna go and stand at the wheel of the boat and try and just kind of steer it through the river. Make sure you don't hit any rocks along the way. All right, so you have now got several rat corpses.
Mm-hmm.
The crew are going to insist that you throw them overboard.
Can I skin mine first?
Yes,
You do what you want with the body.
skin them, Lorelei. Bathe in them. Roll around in them.
I just want to skin the one that I killed, and then we can throw the rest of the corpse overboard.
If I was more medical oriented, I would try and perform an autopsy to figure out how to easier kill them, but I'm not, and it's probably a dumb idea anyway.
Let's say holding them underwater and then hitting it with a rock seems to work.
You didn't know it was a rock. It just went limp.
All right, so in that case, holding it underwater seems to work.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, while everybody's milling around and the bodies are getting moved and things like that, Raymond is going to come to Lorelei. Sorry, Amina, not Lorelei. She's not fond of Lorelei.
He's not fond of
It's-
Lorelei.
Going to come over to Amina and just, you okay, ma'am?
Ermina's probably going to be looking down at her clothes that have rat blood all over them and... I think I'm okay. She's gonna look at Rima. I'm sorry about your crew members.
He'll nod and he looks slightly saddened. The Reikland is a dangerous place. Greenskins and beastmen. Dane takes it hard. She feels responsible for the lads. They followed her, and she told them that she'd keep them safe. But it's not your fault. You didn't bring these beasties aboard. This wasn't your cargo. And he's gonna sort of look at Amina and the blood on her clothes and everything. And if you'd like, I can have a word with her and see if she's got some spare clothes that'd maybe fit you. They might be big. She's, well, you're a bit you're a wee bit slighter than our old Dane, but I can see if she's got something that she'd lend you, so that you're not stinking of blood this whole time.
If so, what? Rats killed the crew. Rat Skaven. Armina's going to nod and say, it would be appreciated. I'll return them as soon as I can get these, the blood out of it.
And he'll nod and then sort of go along with the rest of the crew and start helping them to get the bodies sorted out and scrub down the blood, get the broken boxes and basically break them up a bit more and toss them overboard and things like that. Are any of you taking any trophies from the rats apart from the skin that Lorelei insists she wants?
I'm going to sketch them.
All right.
As a thing. Sorry.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say, can I also search the one that I killed to see if it had like anything on it?
Yeah, I
Walkstone.
mean, you can search it and you will find the daggers that it held, which they glow faintly in the night and they look wicked and rather dangerous. You get the feeling that you don't even really want to touch them, as they
I
are.
don't. Daggers aren't.
Yeah. The within its clothes, it had some pouches of various things that you're not sure what they are. They insects, bits of meat, bits of grain, things like that. You also find a pouch that it had, which is full of more green glowing stone, and it reminds you of the small moon of it's Morsley, isn't it? Is the small moon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it reminds you of Morsley when it's high in the sky and its sickly green glow casts across the land.
Do I want that?
Like, what am I gonna do with shiny rocks? Also, Wizard of
Anyone-
Oz wants them.
Does anyone have a radiation shoot?
They
just
can
be
make
like-
me better at casting. I'll just get corruption if I use them.
As I say, I'll just hold the bag out and be like, Thomas, you want this?
I could use them.
I think I'll hold on to them, thank you, Taliesin.
I do have a legitimate reason that I'm resistant to corruption.
Throw rock.
Anything else apart from box of bugs, bag of rocks, and daggers that I'm just gonna huck into the.
Yeah, there's nothing really else of any value, nothing that means anything to you. There's various sort of charms and fetishes and things like that. They're made of bones and skin and sinew and feathers, and they all look rather unpleasant.
Alright, yeah, then I'm just taking the pelt.
Alright?
Please do it in one of the boxes and not on the ship.
Yep. Amina, you can get several rather lovely anatomical sketches of the rats. You can get sketches of both the clan rats and the gutter runners. And if you're so inclined, while Lorelei is skinning the gutter runner that she's claiming the pelt from, you can get sketches of it in its unskinned form.
Yeah, I can
Skin
get
form.
it deferred. Basically, I can
Yep.
get to look at the sinew and the muscles.
Yep.
Has anyone gone to check on Win after he's done his thing?
Can while she's skinning the gutter runner, I'm gonna ask if she'll like pluck the whiskers off its face.
Yeah,
And just
fair.
put them in this little, well, in the bottle with the other stuff she has.
Oh, wait, you want the whiskers?
Yeah.
After
Yeah, you can
Thomas
have the
has
whiskers.
taken the
Whiskers are fine.
after taking the bag of moonstone shards, Thomas is going to go back to sleep because I'm fatigued. I need to sleep.
You need a nap. When. Sorry, okay.
Winning.
When?
No. I work with a guy called Win, right? And he is short, skinny, pale, has long curly hair, and a really weird, nervy disposition.
But you named Wen before you started working with them.
Yes, I did. Well, because Wen is named by the book that I got him from. Win, who I work with, had 3 document trays on his desk. And he's not someone who works in the office. He's an engineer. He goes out and works on the electricity lines and everything. So I took one of the trays off his desk because there was nothing in it. And he comes in and he's like, "Oh, where's my tray gone?" And I said, "Oh, I've taken it because I need it for paperwork. I've got stuff I need to do." He's like, "Oh, okay then." And then he starts going around and he starts opening cupboards and slamming doors and starts fussing around about it, but he doesn't say anything else to me. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. If you're going to act like a child, what the fuck ever. So then I left to go home that afternoon. I come back to work the next morning and he's taken the tray back off my desk, put it on his desk, and put shit in it.
Okay then.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
He even went around and deliberately found shit that he could put in it just so you couldn't have it.
So Dev took the tray off his desk, offered it back to me, and I was like, no, I'm not going to get into playing that game. And someone else gave me a tray anyway. So Dev's hidden Wynn's tray in a locked cupboard. Wynn has come back and not said a fucking word to me because he knew if he asked me where the tray was, he would have to explain that he'd taken it back off my desk. So yeah. But anyway, win and win. That's always fun. But yeah. So Wen is going to be kind of hyped up and a little bit excited, but in a scared, terrified kind of way. And he's going to basically go back over to Aldemar, and he is going to wait until the boat crew are out of earshot while there's nobody around. He at least has some discretion and subtlety, and he's going to going to look up to Aldemar, and he's just going to say, "What what what were those things?"
Blood for the blood
I don't-
god.
I don't properly know when. Ratman's the best term that I can think of.
Out of
Right.
character, but the dwarf had a name for them. Raki, if you
Oh
remember.
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he did. Oh god, the freaking Thagger. The dwarf called them Thagaraki. Guess they've met them before. I think Ratman will roll off the tongue easier for the citizens of the Empire, though.
And Wen nods eagerly. Dawi is it's a hard language to get your tongue around.
Kazalid, but yes.
Kazalid. Oh, these are the things that killed Toki?
I believe so.
There's no more on the boat, right?
No, I think Kerbanog would have alerted us were that the case.
Speaking of Kevinog, he is curled up now, sort of by Theobald's feet, just looking quite happy with himself, chewing on a rat foot.
Arm.
They
He
kill-
took off the
Chewing on
arm.
the arm he ripped off.
Yeah.
They slew Toki and meant to slay the rest of us while we slept. But we have cleansed their presence from this boat.
He nodded. They're cowardly things, aren't they?
They appear to be. They attacked in did strike in numbers and while we slept, without announcing their presence. And then when the tides turned against them, they readily broke and fled. They are lacking in courage and discipline.
Then can you say blood for the blood god?
Wen's gonna look at Theobald. But blood god? I've never heard of a
I'm
blood
not
god.
there.
Boat crew, I'm going to need I'm going to need a stake, a bunch of kindling, and some rope.
Hold on.
All right, out of character that was. I know. I was taking the piss. But yeah, Wen's going to nod and he's going to. These are horrible things.
They are. We don't yet know just how many of them there are or where they are, but they are clearly a threat the Empire is unaware of and unprepared for. That's why our errand to Altdorf is so important.
And he's going to sort of nod not in agreement. He seems to be taking what you're saying quite seriously.
He's gonna nod in understanding, more likely.
That's the word. Not in understanding. Yes, but he's going to sort of look around again, and things seem to be winding down. The bodies are mostly dealt with. Most of the blood is cleaned away. Amina and Lorelei are basically just looking over the.
Hold on.
The
I would like
corpse of the
to take the skin corpse of the rat, kind of shake it at Wynn, and look like, look, they're not so scary when they're dead.
Oh my god. Wen's gonna faint.
Wen is going to kind of cringe behind Aldemar a little bit, but he's not going to run away.
Is he getting a backbone?
So sick.
You will see You must be ready to see savagery in many forms when.
He's going to nod again and then going to give Lorelei a suspicious look.
I'm just gonna give him the toothiest fucking grin I can.
She is almost as much a beast as the creatures.
Worse.
Well,
And,
the problem is Wen is saying that looking over at two ladies because Lorelei is standing next to Ermina.
Yeah, but Lorelei's the one shaking a corpse at him.
A skinned corpse.
But anyway.
And that is why in the heavens, Sigmar stands triumphant over the barbarous gods past.
He is going to nod firmly in agreement now. You are making yourself a nice little convert to Sigmar. Okay, and yeah, Amina, Raymond will eventually, after some time, come to you with basically a pair of large overalls and a blouse that's probably a good couple of sizes too large for you.
You gotta think,
But off.
Dane is bigger, but she's also a little shorter than Ermina.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a bit baggy, but it's gonna fit.
Yeah, basically.
It's not gonna be
she's thick.
draped. It's not gonna be draping on her like if Dane was like a 6 foot tall woman and is muscular.
No, it's just more. It's a bit baggy in terms of it's looser around the shoulders and the waist and everything like that.
Yeah.
Because she got muscle.
Yeah.
She got that boat muscle. And he's just gonna sort of nod to you and it's not much, but here.
Ermina's going to accept the clothes and say thank you, and thank you for trying to look after me earlier.
He'll laugh a little sheepishly. You did a lot better than I expected from a city woman, ma'am.
Ermina's gonna laugh and say, I don't take kindly to waking up abruptly by giant things that don't look human.
I think Ermina was more surprised than anyone else.
Yeah, she's the only thing she can chalk it up to is she's not good at waking up to somebody trying to surprise her, especially when the somebody trying to surprise her is a giant rat that's as big as she is.
When I was a kid, I brought this dead rat I caught straight up to my sister's bedroom. I couldn't sit for 3 weeks.
All right, so yeah, and he will laugh at that. He'll laugh quite hardly and give you a nod and then a bit of a smile and then sort of pack himself off to bed. It looks like Dane's going to take the control of the boat for the rest of the night.
I have one thing. This
Yes.
might be utterly irrelevant, but what did Dane and the crew think were in the boxes with the rats in them? And where did they get the boxes?
Yeah, if you go, who are you going to ask? Dane or Raymond or one of the crew?
With Dane,
Okay.
unless anybody objects.
She
I would
might
ask Frederick, but he's dead.
not by my doing.
Seems awful suspicious that you seem very adamant about how you definitely didn't murder him.
Out of character, not my doing.
Yeah, Dane's sort of just staring off into the night while she steers the boat, and she looks over at Owen as he asks, "I'll have to take a an inventory. They came out of a number of different boxes. We had a couple of different cargoes. We're supposed to be going up to Altdorf. Some were grains and Some were grains and foodstuffs, some were cloths. We have some silks that we were taking up. And there were some down in the lower decks that were metals. Just from what I saw on deck here, though, it looks like they came out of a number of different cargoes. They might have infiltrated what was loaded up and waiting for us on the dock from the night before. Just chose boxes at random. You think someone sent them here deliberately?
Bing. I heard one of them speak. Some kind of like spiel.
She narrows her eyes a bit. Greenskins speak Reichspiel. Is it a surprise that these creatures do as well?
It opens unfortunate possibilities.
I've seen beastmen before. You see them on the banks of the river when you're going through the deeper parts of the Reichwald. I've never seen beastmen that look like rats. And you know absolutely nothing about where these things came from. She'll sort of look at you as the silence draws out.
Oh. Just a farm boy.
A farm boy traveling with a priest, 2 priests, and a wizard. Going to Altdorf. It's an interesting life for a farm boy.
She's missing the bit about a rat catcher.
Yeah, and a rat catcher too. And an apothecary.
Halfling feels left out.
I mean, a wizard traveling to outdoors isn't necessarily that unnormal. You know, it's everyone abnormal. But it's everyone else that's weird.
Yes, it's this whole collection. She'll just nod to you after a moment, Owen. You should rest. There's not much else to be done tonight. You'll be helping crew the boat during the day so my men can rest. And yeah, she'll encourage you all, if you wish, to go and get some sleep. Otherwise, to just kind of stay out of the way while she and the men go back to watching over the boat and traveling down the river. And it will be a hard bit of sailing. I don't know if any of you have ever really crewed a boat before.
I would say I once pushed a boat off of a rock by myself. Does that count?
In reality, yes.
Well, in reality, I know how to sail.
Yeah. Like, I have sailed boats before. Thomas has not.
Yeah, no, if they need me to lift heavy shit, I got heavy shit on lockdown. Anything else, still outside of my wheelhouse.
Well, it's an advanced skill, so.
Yes.
Probably try to fix that part of the railing that somebody may have taken a rat through. Just saying.
Don't worry about it.
Yes. So yeah, you'll to be fair, you won't be worked excessively hard. It's not like this is a rowboat that you all need to get down on the oars or anything else. It's just that on occasion you'll need to, heft some ropes around, or help. Someone will need to man the tiller for a while, or things like that.
If the weather turns bad.
Mm-hmm. Which thankfully the weather has still been quite pleasant on your way up the river.
Yay.
But eventually you will make your way into the city of or city, town of Grunberg.
Hey.
Hopefully, this one's not run by Himmler.
Hopefully not. But yes, Grunberg is the city of riverboat manufacturing. They are known across the Reich for their boatyards, churning out barges that keep the Reikland's trade afloat. And to get there, you actually come out of the forest and you start making your way through some open fields. You lose the oppressive sense of the trees looming over you, of things rustling in the darkness, and you can see sky for miles around for the first time in a while. And as you come up into Grunberg and you prepare to stop there for a little bit of time so that some cargo can be offloaded and a bit more taken on, that is where we will leave the session for tonight.
Probably making sure we prise open every crate they take on and double check, make sure there's not a rat inside.
See, Gerbenok, when you become a luck dragon, that is where you will fly.
But yes, Halcon, you can take some rope. There's plenty of rope on the boat. No one will miss any if you decide to tuck some in your bag.
Unless it happens to be one of the mooring lines.
How could it not go to take a more?
That's true. Yeah. And
They'll notice that right away, and it's important for the boat. Hakan at least understands that much.
Yes, and across the course of the journey up to Grunberg as well, as long as you are like pitching in and trying to help with the boat, Dane will eventually soften up and stop being so suspicious of you. And she will accept your story that you know nothing of these rat men or where they came from, and that their presence on the boat has nothing to do with your presence on the boat.
But, well,
But is still curious about why we wanted to keep some of them.
Well, no, she's not curious about that at all. She's like, well, it's a good thing you're already going to Altdorf because this needs to be reported to the Emperor.
Yeah. Ermina's gonna make sure to get her clothes washed, and then she's gonna kind of wash the set of clothes that Dane lent her and return them.
I assume we could have had a couple of the rats put it wrapped in tarps and basically bundled in back into one of the crates.
If that's what you want to do, you can definitely do that.
The non-skinned gutter runner too.
How much XP do we get?
That is a good question. Let me just get that up again.
500.
Time was 125.
Yep. Damn it, I keep losing that fucking chart. I am going to give the group 150 this time.
Woo!
150?
150 XPs. Because
Yes.
you did some good fighting of the rats. You had some good tic-tacs.
I single-handedly
Lorelai's-
killed a gutter runner in one stab.
Lorelai's plan fucking worked
Somehow.
despite itself.
I gave myself some arcane backlash.
You did. Which was funny, I have to admit.
I can blow things up. I can blow things up. I can finally... Now I can finally make everyone respect the power of Sigmar.
Yes.
I
I need to do a personal short-term goal. Fuck.
Yeah, you need to work on that.
Mine was defeat Greenskin, but we haven't seen any Greenskin, so that's I think I need to change it.
Yeah. My short term is just getting back to Outdorf to my master, so we might manage that in another 6 weeks.
Listen, mine was take a trophy off of Skaven, and I got me a pelt.
The short stem skull then.
I have some gutter runner whiskers in a jar.
You do.
By the way, I left the ears on the pelt. I'm gonna make a hooded cloak later. That's going to happen.
Alright.
It's gonna have ears on it.
So yeah, basically, this is not end of adventure XP. Basically, this is exceptional XP of 125 with an extra 25 each for really working well together. You did good tonight.
Most of us.
Some of us.
But the personal short term is 25 or 50.
50?
I didn't end up doing that much, but I shouted a lot.
You did come up with the general idea that people were trying to run with, but then the rats kind of died.
Okay, let's see.
Right.
So
I am, however, going to give Amina a resilience point
Woo!
because
Good job, Romina.
that was some fucking mental combat wombat that she had going on.
Don't wake her up. That's the only thing I can think of. 'Cause, she's really not.
I have a question.
Yes.
If you've accomplished everything you need to rank up in your career, is there anything special you need to do beyond get trappings?
Get trappings, pay experience. That's it. Done.
Yeah, that's about it.
What's the experience cost to?
100 if you completed it.
100.
So I can't rank up yet.
Nope.
Because the trappings I basically can't get until I get back to Outdoor, because it's essentially a license saying you are a wizard now.
Yeah, I have to get a guild license, I think. Let me look at my
Yeah,
You can
I
get that
need
in
to get
Altdorf, too.
animal traps.
We can all get these things in Altdorf.
Well, you could get animal traps in Grunwald.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Sorry, Grunberg. Why did I say Grunwald? Grunwald, I don't know.
because you're thinking of the movie.
Yeah, I have to get back to my college to get my trappings.
Yeah, I had to become an apothecary, I have to get a guild license and trade tools.
We also probably need to get you some actual herbs to make things with.
Yeah, it would help. That's why I've been kind of like
Do you know how
trying to
much
figure
experience we
things
get?
out.
I just want to write it down just to be sure.
150.
Okay, thank you.
So
I'll be able to rank up whenever I get my thief stools.
I also need to increase my ability to cast spells more.
Don't want to fumble constantly.
I mean, that's gonna happen regardless if I keep rolling fucking doubles and 96s.
Well, I mean fumbles, not critical fumbles.
Yeah, Roll20 was a shit tonight. I don't know what the fuck that was all
Well,
about.
a fumble is a critical fail, Zeph.
I thought a critical fumble was when you get doubles on a fumble.
No, there's a failure and then there's a fumble. Fumbles are criticals.
Oh, I thought they were just critical fumble and fumble. Whoops. Oh well, I didn't think that rock was gonna do so much damage.
You get a crit with your fucking rock.
The only reason I didn't use it in a normal fight is because I have a range of 6.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Alright, so now I need to jack up my prayer skill as high as it can go.
For me, it's gonna be willpower. Just so get everything's gonna be scary at the point.
Well, I don't think there are limits to skills, so you could get it up to 100.
Yeah, but you want to rank up as well.
Eventually, I don't actually need to rank up again for a while. There's nothing I really need anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm kind of inclined to just hold on to my XP so that I can spend XP the next time to rank up, and then hopefully immediately pick up the arcane magic talent.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that'd be useful.
Let's see, how is arcane magic worded? Because this is also important. Why when I tell it to go to page 75 does it said go and look for Bing?
I don't know. What PDF reader are you using?
I don't think it really matters. If you tell it to go to a page number, it shouldn't decide to go to a different website.
Use Foxit, goddammit.
If you download it to my machine, I'll use it, but I'm not putting in that much effort.
That's 4 spent, which is 75 exactly.
Ooh, I could get toughness when I rank up.
I guess the question that I have too is with Aldemar, are you definitely going to keep Wen along after you've gotten to Altdorf, like take him on as apprentice, or are you going to ditch him there? And
At this point, I think I'm certainly going to see if they want to keep him, there for training indefinitely or however long. cool. I'm not going to argue with the high priest or the lector or archlector, whoever the hell I get to talk to.
Wait, lictors?
Lector.
Not that
different.
lictor.
Lecter,
It's got
not Lichter.
It's got an E.
Yes.
Anyway, if however, of course, if they'd like his training to be done with me, now that I am an ordained priest, so I could take him on as an initiate, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. It's just a question I wanted. Yeah.
Might get some very first-hand experience because I'm assuming they're going to want us to do something again right after we get to Altdorf and deliver our message.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. And I just wanted to know sort of what your thoughts on that were, because I've got to know if I'm going to make him a real boy or not. Because
I'm a
obviously
real boy.
if you guys are getting XP and leveling up and growing, him having the same fucking poxy box of stats is eventually going to get
Get murdered.
outpaced. Yeah.
Keep in mind, I'm gonna feed him to a rat ogre at some point.
And I'm going to drop a meteor on your head.
One's just sitting
That's
there in the
not
corner
how-
going, I'm a real boy.
Well, that's not how you get converts. You're not showing the best parts of Tal, unfortunately.
No, as I said, that's how you get converts, but that is how you get away from a rat ogre.
Wayne has been trying, though. He's doing his little best.
I know, I just hate him by proxy because I hate Almar.
All I
That's
need.
just Aldemar's doing
Better
his
than
best.
you in everything.
Aldemar's being appealing. He's being supportive to Wen, and you're just shitting on him because Aldemar's doing better job as a priest than you are.
Oh.
Ow!
Ow.
I was gonna say,
Hey,
priest is
hey,
like
hey.
the subtext of my class.
Well, about to say yes. Here's the thing:
Yeah.
we're in a weird case. We are both the only two classes, priest and warrior priest, the only two classes that can cast, that quote unquote cast divine stuff, that can perform miracles, and effectively have an alternate form of magic. But there is indeed a distinction pertinently between the roles and skill sets of priests and warrior priests,
Yes.
regardless of the denomination.
His job, be charming, get converts. My job, kill evil shit.
Yeah, but you
My-
can't be the only one killing the evil shit. You need other servants of Tal killing evil shit.
My job live long enough to become a wizard lord so I can buy frightening as many times as I like.
But the problem is we're not exactly in a good place for me to start recruiting converts to Tal. Because so far we've been on a boat, in a town, on a different boat, and now we're back in a different town.
So what you're saying is that you need to go to a farm.
That boat
Exactly.
had a lot. That boat had a lot of people on it.
That boat started with a lot of people on it.
Yes, exactly.
And you are traveling with impressionable young youth who
I'd
could
certainly
be
have been
swayed
pressuring
to.
them.
Consider Wen is young and an impressionable youth who
Oh,
is looking
God.
for guidance.
Oh God, that'd be awkward. We get all the way to Altdorf, we turn him in, and Win says, "No, I refuse to join the Order of the Torch. Sigmar is a false god."
I
Yeah.
belong to Blessed Tal.
Oh, that would be
I'm
gonna go
throwing him in the
blood for the
river.
blood god.
Or another, this kid's getting thrown in a river.
Should I spend all my XP getting infinite strike mighty blows and have infinite damage?
That is a good question.
No, I can only get them up to my strength bonus. And if I never level up, I never.
Can you give
Yeah.
infinite mighty blows to small dog?
One day, when he becomes a huge dog.
Can I get infinite ranks of frightening?
No.
Will that be the same dog, or will we have to get a different dog?
Figure, don't worry about
Well, that's the thing.
He'll
Is
grow
that
up.
the small dog is a Jack Russell Terrier or a mixed blood terrier. It's not going to get any bigger than it is.
It will. I'll have Mina work up some steroids.
Yeah.
A huge dog.
Although I'm not sure small dog needs to get any bigger because, like, with a big Small Dog has its own unique role. It's the only one that enjoys reenacting scenes from Alien so much with bad guys.
Yeah.
It'll be the little dog's job to train the big Great Dane.
Yeah.
No, you don't want Great Danes as a hunting dog. They're not good hunting dogs.
Well, I just picked a random large dog in general. I know there's like different ones you can pick.
You want a Mastiff.
Yes.
I mean, Great Danes used to be boar-baiting dogs, but that was bred out of them a long time ago.
Well, this is during those periods of time, though.
True. You still want a Mastiff, though. Those fuckers will take on anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Or
at the
leave
very
it
same time,
preference.
boar dogs work as giant rats. They both like to charge.
True.
Let's
Boars
say
have
German
big
Shepherd.
tusks.
Keep seeking fur missile.
I'm not sure whether I want to spend my experience or save it, in case I can get these tools in the next town.
Oh, I can get fearless rats. So,
Does that apply to Skaven?
if there are rats,
Well, no,
now,
actually,
now
that's escape.
I actually get at my 4th rank. I get fearless Skaven.
You know, theoretically, fearless rats would let you ignore the abominable hell pit monster thing. It's technically a rat. I can't remember the name of it right now, though.
Hell Pit Abomination.
That's it.
Oh, it's a rat.
Those things are fun.
It's got
Right,
3
yeah.
heads, and they're all rats.
Let's fight Hell Pit Abomination.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'll be the fearless one who runs away because all of you are sitting your pants.
I'm willing to fight pretty much anything, but the fact that this abomination just right in the fucking name, I'm gonna have to take a hard no on.
Have a look at what Zeb's just put in the chat, Andy.
Nope.
Hey,
It's
but
technically a rat.
you're not. But I mean, problem is you can't really get a sense of scale here. So.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
true.
dude riding on its back.
Oh. Is there?
Wait, is that a dude?
That is not a dude. That's just basically the engine and spine.
I thought the little thing was like a dude like sitting on the back steering it.
Nope.
Nope. Even the Skaven aren't smart enough not to ride that thing. Oh, here's a scale one.
Yeah.
Here you go. There's a little dude. Show you. There's a little dude.
Yeah, I can't tackle that.
Yeah, here's another one that's a bit more for scale.
If it's not grappleable, it's a little outside of my purview.
That is no. I'm good. I'll pass. I'm not stabbing
Yeah,
that thing with. I'm not gonna stab that thing with the dagger. It's not gonna work too
Here's
well.
one fighting a dinosaur.
Warhammer 2 is amazing.
Can we get dinosaurs?
You cannot.
Lizard men
Go
do.
to the Lustria.
If we go to Lustria, we'll die.
If you go to
Oh, by the way, y'all are so fucking lucky none of you actually took any injuries from the Skaven.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, no.
poisons.
Their stuff was either poisoned or diseased or both.
Yep.
I am
Ah,
lucky
right.
I didn't lose my dagger to that tail whip.
maybe instead of getting strike mighty blow, I get resistance disease 100 times.
That might
That may
help.
be useful.
Well, I mean,
If we're
I
gonna be
make
fighting
it-
rats a lot, yes.
These particular Skaven, I'll just let you know because you can see the stats for the clan rats at least in the book. These particular Skaven, where it said that rat fever is optional, I took that option.
So is that like a infectious disease type thing?
It is a very specific disease that is in the book. Contracted from infected rodents, dreaded rat fever brings inflamed rashes and ulcerations before a fever rises and the body begins to spasm. Though rarely fatal, it's a debilitating disease and takes a long time to recover. Common remedies include self-flagellation and smearing oneself in goat cheese mixed with Kislevite ice peppers in Talabheim.
Just because if I cauterize wounds, there's no infection.
I mean, in general, it's classic
Yeah.
Warhammer Fantasy that getting wounded is only part of the problem. You know, whether or not you die, because the bigger a huge issue is whether or not your wound gets infected.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Yeah.
actually
The
get
f-
another resistance disease instead of leveling up.
Pretty much, if any of you ever get
I-
wounded, you might want me to cauterize it just because.
I never get resistance disease, but I can resist poison once I become a master apothecary.
So rat fever incubates for 3d10 plus 5 days. Its duration is 3d10 plus 10 days. You get convulsions, fever. It
Death.
lingers, malaise, pox, and wounded. You can contract it by orally taking an infected source into your mouth as well.
Yeah,
lick
don't
the
bite
rat.
this. No, that's more of a point towards Lorelei biting faces.
Yeah, that's why I was hoping that Lorelei's plan included biting, because then I was gonna be like, oh boy.
Let's say I just learned how to bite things like right now.
Fair
Let me
enough.
just go ahead and cauterize your mouth.
Maybe
Yes.
that'll keep her quiet.
Lorelei, I learned how to summon, a fiery rock from the sky. What can you do?
I
What your
can
god do
bite
for
people's
you?
faces.
I can bite things and claw people.
Congratulations.
Scratch and bite, scratch and bite.
To be fair, the claw talent actually is going to replace my melee weapon to the point where I don't really think I need one anymore.
Oh, apparently, Armina is a badass with a dagger.
I was about to say, you want a spear? You can have my spear.
Hey,
Well, it's a
Yvonne,
hand
right
weapon,
now,
but it's a short spear.
Hey,
What was
Win,
that?
you got a weapon.
Not for
when's
win,
the next-
only for
When's the
Armina.
next Rise of Morslip?
Good question. You're probably looking at it's gonna be in a couple weeks' time.
We gotta be careful. Because when that happens, Lorelei's gonna turn into a werewolf and start killing us all.
Oh, Lord.
I would 100% turn into a werewolf if it was an option.
Tuck is pretty sure you're gonna turn into a werewolf. He does not actually know anything about Tal except for rumors from the random people underneath the bridge.
You don't listen to people underneath the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have such good information, and they're usually right.
That's it. If they got information on how I can become a fucking werewolf,
Well, first things first,
Heresy.
you need to go to Sylvania.
I don't know where that is.
It's actually over there on the right.
It's in the east of Empire.
They got werewolves?
You got all kinds of things.
Are they
I mean,
friendly werewolves?
In becoming a werewolf, you will probably then become enthralled to a vampire. So
No, pass.
But yeah, it's like when you think about it, Talcon is not exactly from the most educated places, and as a result, most of the things he's going to know are rumor or gossip, including some he probably would never tell Lorelei.
you're just gonna find Talcon staring at you whenever fucking Morsley rises.
Didn't the Norse team have some kind of werewolves in?
Yes.
Those are the skin shapers, aren't they?
Yeah, skin wolves.
Mm.
Oh no! Small Dog is still called Small Dog on this map.
Oh no, he needs
No.
renaming.
And Toki's alive again for some reason.
Yeah, because I haven't killed him off that map.
Oh, speaking of Toki, you still have to tell me what he has.
Oh yeah.
Fairly
Still
well,
gotta tell you
Toki.
what he had.
You were too confident for us.
Alright, Toki Longtread, he obviously had an axe, being that he was a dwarf. Not that that's racial stereotyping or anything like that.
Oh wait, holy crap! Right, Win, I just found a weapon for you.
No. No. Armina has all of Toki's belongings. You have to talk to her first.
She did say that she would take his belongings in order to, make sure that they got treated respectfully and properly.
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but no, he's got a dwarven axe, which is obviously quite well made. It's got carvings and runes and things on it. So it's very likely if a dwarf sees went with it. There's going to be some questions asked.
Mm-hmm.
He obviously had his traveling clothes, like his leather vest and leather trousers and shoes and everything like that.
It's
he-
wait. Galmaraz was given to Sigmar. Why would it be so odd that a man of Sigmar is carrying a dwarf weapon?
Do you want me to answer that?
because Wen is not Sigmar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nonetheless, general principle. In this particular case, I can even say I gave it to him.
In general principle,
Yes,
you
but-
still have to talk to Ermina, who is
Out
not
of
going
character,
to.
it's got out of character. It's got Toki's family identification on it. Like it's got his family runes and his name and everything on it, essentially. So there's still going to be questions of was this given to you or did you steal it? Because you're not actively traveling with a dwarf.
So,
And there is nothing about Wen that suggests he is a dwarf friend.
so wait, we are stopping at Grunburg.
Yep. Yes. And
That is indeed going in the book. Ah, that's grudging.
Okay, so we have Filba in the before we reach Aldorf.
Yep. And yeah, sorry, I was saying, traveling clothes, boots, belt, had some metal cuffs. He had a pouch with a small amount of jewelry and some coins in it. Not a large amount though. He probably had about 1 gold piece and 15 shillings. And apart from that, travel rations. He had a book, a relatively small but very thick book filled with very neat runic writing. You're not sure what that book is or what it says.
What is that small town? Is it Price?
I can't see.
I
It's
can't
too
either.
narrow. Let me see if the
It's
map
like
that I've got is.
BRRZZ.
I'm opening the actual map that came.
Okay.
It's Prize. Prieze.
Ah, so
Okay. What I'm gonna do
Prize.
is I'm gonna throw the map into Skype
Okay.
because it's much clearer and easier to read. For some reason, that didn't translate properly when it came across to Roll20.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'll be heading off to worry about food.
Yeah, that's
Alright,
fair.
yeah.
We
Yeah,
have
defi-
a game tomorrow.
That is the plan.
This indeed the
Indeed,
plan.
you do. So the
I've
book.
been told, what was it, Altor? We need to talk about things. Will you be? Should I expect you on Sunday?
I'll let you know ahead of the session.
All right, understood. Hey, I'll see almost all of you tomorrow.
Yes.
See ya.
Except
Thank you very
Andy.
much. Thank you for your time and your engagement. Yeah, I'm gonna head off too because I didn't end up getting myself dinner before we started, so I'm fucking starving.
So, yes.
Thanks for running.
Bloodline Woods.
So-
That sounds nice.
Yeah, so you got the book, you got his little bit of money, you got his travel. He's got some traveling cutlery, which is all very finely forged forks and spoons and knives and things like that. And that's roughly about it. He wasn't really traveling with a huge amount.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be traveling with a whole lot, but I just that way I can take note of it.
So yeah, and I will head off and get myself some dinner. Thank you all for participating.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
running.
running it.
Yeah,
was
thanks.
fun.
Bye.
Yep.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so that ends that. Let's see. I'm going to just drop you off with Commander Dean, and I am going to head off. Thank you guys for sticking around. And I will see you guys for... I'm gonna see if I can try and at least do something this coming week. I'll let you guys know. Thank you for coming. We'll say hi to Dean. Night, night.